Doom doom ba da ba ba da ba ba da. Ba da na 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 do do da na na da na 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 do 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 da na da ba da ba da na do do. Having strangers watch. So if you're watching this, I mean, I'm gonna have YouTube going here, but the main goal is that there's this TikTok app, and it allows me to like talk to random ass people, and we are gonna get all the random ass people who have never seen Tremors before to watch it. So let's fucking find out how this goes. I'm scared. So yeah, like people will come, and then if they want to like guest request, and they don't know what Tremors is, I'm gonna teach them what Tremors is, and we're gonna have a good time. I don't know what's happening. So nervous because it's like, oh god, like because last time I was getting some weird, like there's some people like playing pool. I'm almost sure there was like this one girl asking me about TikTok trivia or some shit. Just like, oh man, what the fuck is going on? So yeah, now they're notifying people that we're live, and even scarier. So last time I did that whole TikTok, that whole Tremors TikTok, and somebody like said I was bullying and harassing at the end, and like I did 2.5 hours, and then it cut me off like 5 minutes at the end. So we're gonna try not to do that. I don't. And again, it wasn't even bullying and harassing. What was funny was that that person, I think it was, that they called me a cartoon. They were like, "What the fuck you doing? Go back to being a cartoon." And I was like, "What? Why are you coming into my live stream and hating it? Just click away, swipe away." So yeah, if anybody wants to come on here, I will accept every request of interviews. If I could do that on YouTube, I would do it too. So that way there's a double way going on here. So any of you people, you coming in and you're like, hey, like what the fuck are you doing? Well, we'll talk about it. And I'll tell you. Because Tremors is the greatest monster movie franchise of all time. Here we go. All right. Hello. Hello. Hey,
Hello.
have you ever watched Tremors?
Що?
Tremors.
Що кажеш?
Oh, so you're not even English. Oh, damn, that's still fun. But no, the
No
the
English.
the worm movie, the giant worm movie that they come and eat people. No,
Ти дебіл?
see, where? Okay, first of all, where are you from? No, 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 no. You're good. You're good. You're good. Where are you from? I'm in America.
Ukraine.
What? Sorry.
Ukraine.
Oh, hello. How goes it?
Hello.
Fight the good fight. Yeah, man. Rise up. Fuck you, Putin.
Слава Україні.
But you never watched Tremors?
Чому мені факи показуєш?
Like I said, I need to learn Ukrainian. Like now I'm all mad because no, I don't know what you're saying, and you don't know what I'm saying. I'm sorry. No, you're good. Oh, I'm losing though. It feels like I am losing with the. You're winning. You're winning. I don't know what that is at the top, but you are somehow go winning. This isn't me either. This is a character from a movie. So yeah.
What the fuck?
Hello? Was there
Що ти кажеш?
who said what the fuck? Was there someone back there that said what the fuck?
Fuck you.
Oh, fuck me? Okay.
Що ти кажеш?
Okay. I mean, fuck.
No.
Oh, it's okay. You can fuck me. I don't mean actually, but I mean like fuck me. That's the
No. Ну, коси нахуй, ти лучше не жумай. Що ти кажеш?
It's okay.
It's okay, да. Okay.
Yeah, no. Don't worry. Like I said, it's all good.
No.
Okay.
Ні.
Niet. So you can understand some English.
No English. No English.
No. It's okay, man. Okay. So people are telling me you're on another
Я
stream.
man, я woman.
Yeah?
Ну, дивись.
To the boyfriend in the background, watch Tremors. Teach what's
Блін, заїбав.
What's your name? I am Levi Dylan Burzloff Lutt. That's my name. What's your name? Anything? Oh my god, people on YouTube, if nobody's there. Uh Oh, now I'm winning. Does anybody else want to join in? Like I said, this is all about.
Ребята, тапаем, щоб його виграти, блядь, цього, сука, кацапуру, блядь. Полайкайте, пожалуйста.
No worries. Like I said,
Лайкаем, пожалуйста. Полайкайте.
I hate language barriers. I'm so like.
Що ти кажеш?
Yeah. But Tremors, if you've never seen it, Tremors, the movie Tremors, watch it. Possibly the greatest movie of all time. It's.
Я тебе так понімаю, прям як ти мене.
Okay. It's got worms in it, giant worms. They're called graboids.
Ти мене розумієш?
Again, nothing. I got nothing from you, and I know you're getting nothing from me either. So. Okay. I'm in. Does anybody else want to join in? Like, okay, is there a Ukrainian English translator in the audience? Is there? Hello. 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 Can anyone translate for us right now? Hello. Laughter is universal. Come on. No.
Що ти кажеш? Чи переводчика чуєш?
Hold on. It's telling me to swipe right. I don't know why, but it's telling me to swipe right. Oh. So hold on.
Та не показуй. Мені вже, блядь, не показує.
Okay. We're in a match. And
Що?
somebody here says they love the movie, which is good, and then somebody else did too. I love Tremors. I own them all. Whoever loves Tremors and owns them all, do you own the TV show? That's always my one, like. Yeah. Pop, pop, pop. Anybody out there? Pop, pop, pop. Like, where's this at? Like, this is terrifying for me personally.
Полайкайте мене, пожалуйста. У мене 3 зрителя. Полайкайте, пожалуйста. Мені треба цього виграти, цього дядю.
You sound so angry. I'm sorry.
Блядь, він виграє, нахуй.
Yeah, you're not okay. So you're not angry. You understood that. Okay.
Закрий бочку, нахуй.
Okay, so we're getting each other's emotions right. Okay, that's fair. Oh, I won somehow? Okay. I don't understand that. Oh, someone owns all 7 movies and the TV show on DVD. Bravo. Fucking bravo, my man. That's bravo. You even get a. Hold on. Burt Gummer likes that. Because you got to watch those documentaries. I worked real hard on them so that way people don't die out there. Graboids are everywhere, folks. And I know what you're thinking. It's just a movie. It's not just a movie. It's real life. So yeah, anybody want to join in? Join in. Anybody. Lock and load, babies. Because otherwise, and I if you hold on, because I got multiple characters I can whip out here as a Tremors fan. Now look, we got a plan ahead. This valley is just one long smorgasbord. We have got to get out. We are handyman Earl. Handyman. Oh man. Do I have a? I wish I had. I need an Alumax. Hold on. I'll do the full. Ooh. Invite. I'll do the. I see your quote there. Let me do the full one for you, just cause. All right, hold on. Come on, Bert. What happened? Well, when the radios went out, I decided to return to the refinery. But en route, I find I'm in an ambush situation. Must have been a couple of dozen of these things. So anyway, I dropped the first wave with semi-auto fire, but they just kept coming. Sheer luck, most of them were in front of the truck, so I just popped it into sixth wheel and ran them down. The ones that got on board, I handled with a combination of small arms fire and hand-to-hand techniques. I am completely out of ammo. That's never happened to me before. I love it. I love that. And honestly, that's always one of my, when I point to Michael Gross as an actor, that it's not that he does a great spiel with the monologue, but then it's when he drops down and I'll pull my head up because it's the eyes. Like a man realizing every decision he ever made in his life was wrong. Just the like it's all it's I can't even do it right because Michael must have just like stared in a mirror for days to get just the who am I? Am I really Burt Gummer? Or am I just some guy with a lot of guns? It's beautiful. uh, you Kaneki, if you want to join the live, man, I obviously you already know what Tremors is, but like I don't mind. Like we just had a Ukrainian person on with their boyfriend who spoke English, and I feel a little suspect about that relationship. And if she's listening back on this, I want her to know I don't trust your boyfriend because he should have been like telling you what I was saying. He had clear English in the background telling me to fuck off. And you know what? If you can say fuck off in English, I'm pretty sure you got the rest of them. And just like, hey, why didn't you translate, bro? Come on the camera and like, hey, that's what she said in Ukraine. That's what Levi said in English, and back and forth. Tremors 2 is your favorite? Dude. Tremors 2 is quite possibly my favorite, but then Tremors 4 and Tremors the series exist. Tremors 1 isn't my favorite, but Tremors 2 was the first Tremors movie I ever watched when I was a kid. We were at a gas station back when gas stations had video rentals, and my mom picked out Tremors 2 because Kevin Bacon was in Tremors, and then didn't know that he wasn't in Tremors 2, so we went home and watched that. And my mom zoned out, and my dad kind of half watched it, but I fucking fell in love with Tremors 2 as my like hey, there's the TikTok graboid. And you know what? And Tremors 2 is TikTok graboid's favorite Tremors movie. Am I right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. How goes it, dude?
Pretty good. Little excited for the fan festival.
Oh my god, yeah. I'm actually super duper worried as I'm doing this TikTok right now that I'll miss out on Michael Gross making an announcement for the tickets.
Man, I know. I've been checking every day for that.
Every single day. Like every single day. And uh I've been emailing the people. Well, actually, they haven't emailed me back yet because I sent them I was sending them Gladys Jimenez's email and JD Walsh's and Leela Lee and Charlotte Stewart's and Christopher Garton and then Aaron O'Brien, who's from the Tremors pilot. And I ended up sending Steve's email to him, just like, hey, all these people want in, like, just do what you guys are supposed to do. But they haven't gotten back yet, and I'm just like freaking out.
Yep.
Although Steve, actually, it was really cute. Steve emailed me 3 times. Yes, not yesterday, but the day before. Like, he had a backlog of my emails from him. Actually, one of them was about you because I had sent him a bunch of your Tremors TikToks that were specifically about him, and because his dad and his mom died like last year, like right at the same time. And so I sent all those TikToks as a way of just like, oh hey, cheer. Here's something to cheer up. Here's literally Tremors TikToks that are literally there's your face on the TikTok. And he's like, oh no, I couldn't access the links. Like the links must have expired, so I had to go through a whole hoobity da to like, oh here, let me get him back and send him an email. And then that's where he ended up saying that yeah, he would like to meet you too. Like that's a big deal. Like that's a big deal in my mind.
excited.
Are you taking your family?
Yeah, my mom and stepdad are going.
Oh, dope. It's just me and Caitlin, so we'll be there.
Yeah.
I kind of want to take my nephews who are 6, 7, and 8, but to take them on a 17-hour drive and then back
Yeah.
is like, uh...
It's gonna be a long drive.
yes, it is, but totally worth it. How far is it for you?
I don't know. I think last time I went to New Mexico, it maybe took 5 hours.
Oh, that's not that bad. That could be worse. Worth it. Worth it. Worth it. Worth
Totally,
it.
totally worth it.
Yeah, that's where I was saying all those getting to meet. We're gonna get to meet a bunch of people. I'm really excited for that. Like, I'm kind of freaked out a little bit because I think that they're gonna want to meet me after everything I've been doing, and I'm just like, it's nerve wracking.
Yeah.
Actually, the next thing that I've been trying to, because I've been talking to Michael after the, uh, I live in Iowa, Kaneki. I live in Macoconut, Iowa. After I sent you that picture with Michael liking the Tremors movie that we made, and now I've got his ear, and I'm like, hey, like, since I couldn't be on the podcast, you can't be on a podcast, could you maybe swing it a little bit to see if like I could be the MC, the moderator, the host for whatever panels they end up doing? Because I feel like I've this podcast is a resume enough. Okay, hello to the people in Michigan and hello to the people in Oklahoma. Sorry, you were about to say something, Dan. Go ahead.
Was I? I don't remember.
So, honestly, this is always so hard when I don't have a face to look off of because I'm always looking for the visual cues. I'm super autistic that and just like wait, hold on, is it you? Are you in now yet? I always hate doing the episodes and I can't see someone's face. Hey, hello, someone from Idaho. If any of you guys that are watching, you want to join in with me and Dan, the TikTok graboid. The TikTok graboid here is the whole reason that you have Tremors TikToks of any kind. Like, he inspired me, and then he inspired the Tremor Saga people too to get out there. Like, that's where, like, if you love Tremors, even fucking follow the TikTok graboid too. Like, do that. Click that follow button for them right away. And yeah, R.I.P. Fred Ward. Uh, it took me. I didn't want to say it, but it's just like, damn, and 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 you know what? I don't mean to disagree with you, Lord of her grilled cheese. I don't mean to disagree with you, but I don't think Tremors 2 is scary in the beginning. I think that's what makes it cool is that it's kind of there's that part with the guy on the barrels jumping. That's scary, but then it leads into kind of like a more laid back tone and the way that we're just out there. Him and Grady are just blowing up graboids and they know what to do, and then even when the graboid pulls their truck, it's not so much scary as like thrilling. Like it only becomes scary when Pedro happens, when the fucking flip of the script, where and actually even before that a little too, because that's when the script starts flipping, where it's like, why is this graboid like crying and yelling and what is the fuck going on, and then when they come around the car and it's a whole new ball game. It's a whole new goddamn ball game. That's when it's scary, and then from there on, it gets really fucked up. So I didn't mean to disagree, but it's ominous. It's got an ominous last half, which is great because that first half sets you up with a kind of to pull the rugs out from under you. I feel like what was like okay, Dan, if you're or sorry, TikTok graboid, if you're there, like what's your favorite part about Tremors 2?
All right, so it's definitely the triggers. They like they can't hear and they can't exactly see you, and the noises they make and the like how they introduce them at first as well is kind of adorable because it's just this uh two-legged worm that's licking the ground, and up until it looks at you and starts screaming.
Rah! Quiet, it'll hear us. They are.
Something about the Shriekers, they're just, they're my kryptonite.
They're your. And I've always been wanting. I've said this so many. I've said this in other podcasts, probably with you too, where it's like I would love a good budget on the Shriekers so we can understand their swarm quality more. I think Night of the Shriekers does it the best, or actually Shriek and Destroy too, where it's like there's so fucking many of them, and they just keep coming, keep it coming. Oh, so Kaneki's favorite part in the whole second movie was when he shot the Shrieker with the Grizzly 50 caliber. Oh, of course, because whose isn't? Everybody loves that part. I mean, it's fucking great. I love it for different reasons. Do you want to know why I love it? Yes, tell us, Levi. Oh, somebody said it. Okay. It's because it shows that Bert is fallible. It's really cool. It's a great man. He shot it. It's fucking baller. And as everybody always points at, or ever since I posted that thing on Reddit about how Bert checks the gun before and after he gives it to Melvin to make sure it's unloaded, which is a rule of gun safety. Everyone always is like, Bert's the best gun safety person in the world. And then Tremors 2 does this great thing where it's like, yeah, he's good at it, but he got so fucking caught up in the kill bang bang of it, he didn't follow rule 4 of gun safety: clear your target and know what's behind it. And it's a great character moment, and that's where everybody else loves it because it's the cool blow it up and it's awesome, but I love it because it's like, oh my god, dude, you fucking jackass. You do know all the rules, and it's clear you do, but sometimes your adrenaline and your ego took over and you threw all those rules out the window for the cool shot. Bam. Which is actually, that's Steve S.S. Wilson. That's his writing. I know that's him from what he's done. Interesting thing, Daniel, or TikTok rapper, sorry, forgive me on that. That you'll like to know, where one of the things that Steve wanted to do most in Tremors 5, the original Tremors 5, Gummer Down Under, was a minigun, the sound of a minigun. Because with Tremors 2, he had never seen a 50 caliber shot properly in a movie, like actually done with the sound, with the effect, and with the it blows something apart. Like a 50 cal bullet, it fucking fucks shit up. And so what he wanted to do with Tremors 5 was that there would be a point where they find a minigun, like in Predator, and they fire it off, and none of the movies ever get the sound right. Like, it's always like that. It's what I just did. But he actually, Steve on Facebook just responded to somebody, one of my other friends who does another podcast, Sons and Shadows podcast, Kevin Smith, not that Kevin Smith, where there was a video of an actual 50 cal minigun being fired, and it's the weirdest sound. It's like this, like, it's like, and not, I'm not. It's like a mosquito, like dry, like dialed up to 11, and it's scary. It sounds like an alien, like. As nothing like they show in the movie. Totally wrong. Totally wrong. Ooh, invite Beard Guy. Come on, Beard Guy. You can, Beard Guy. I like more people. Do it. And it would have been so cool to have that in the original Tremors 5. And then even more so than the extra joke of everybody always has a minigun and it's got like unlimited ammo. But when you do the math of it, you've got like 1,000 rounds and you fire out like 6 rounds a second. You end up only having enough ammo for like a minute and a half. Yeah, see you, TikTok. Love you, bro. Bigfoot Anonymous, you come on in. Anybody? I don't know if I'm pressing the invite button right, but if anybody's on here and you want to like join in, uh, obviously, I'm pretty sure Bigfoot Anonymous has watched Tremors, so it would be funny if I tried to convince you to watch Tremors. That's the whole point. Is that we're looking for strangers who've never seen Tremors before, and I'm trying to convince them to watch Tremors. We've only had one Ukrainian person so far, and the language barrier was insurmountable. So off to a bad start. But yeah, Bigfoot, Bearded Theo, if either of you guys want to come on, I'm here. And again, if you have any questions that you want to type in the chat, I always like to make this an Ask Me Anything. I have been doing this Talking Tremors podcast for over a year now. This is episode 36. I could tell you literally anything you wanted to know about Tremors. Literally. And a lot of it will come from this lovely little book here by Jonathan Melville called Seeking Perfection, the official guide to Tremors. But then a lot of it comes from my firsthand going on the internet researching experience that's taken me 2 years my own self, actually almost 3 years now at this point, of just fucking research. And at that point, oh, yes, I did know that. Did you all know that Tremors, Gladiator, and Iron Man all share a key filming location? Lone Pine, California. Oh, sorry for... Oh, okay, so that's not a silly question. Because, okay, sorry for the maybe silly question, but what's up with the restoring the Tremors verse thing? Was something removed? Okay, so I'm going to try to be quick about this. So, for the first 35 years of Tremors, it was made by basically 4 people. Steve S.S. Wilson, Brent Maddock, Ron Underwood, and Nancy Roberts. And then Michael Gross, because he was there all the time. As these people went to go make Tremors 5, they got kicked out by Universal. They literally came up with the idea. Steve Wilson came up with the idea while he was sitting on a rock in the 70s after he'd been recruited to Vietnam and served in the Navy. And then I'll answer the make a new movie thing because that comes back around to this. And they who I will refer to, those 4 people, Stampede Entertainment, then made everything about Tremors. They made all the scripts, they did all the directing, all the behind the scenes stuff, getting the cast and crews together. That is all them, including the TV show, which is there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and a TV show that these guys worked on. And 35-year long process, and they just get kicked out. And the reason that Universal says that they kicked them out was that they don't think that they can make low budget movies. Even though all of the Tremors movies were made for lower than low budgets. If you add up how much it cost for Tremors 1, Tremors 2, Tremors 3, Tremors 4, and Tremors the series, all together, their budget combined is $30 million. All of those movies, all of those TV shows, they made for under $30 million. And if you know anything about making a movie or filming or anything like that, you know that is incredible to get that kind of content, that well done content out there for only $30 million. That those people know how to make low budget movies. That is well, truly, and clear. That's so dumb. They know how to do it. And then even more so, up until they got kicked out, Tremors has made so much money behind the scenes, or not behind the scenes, with us, all of us people, that Universal goes around and brags. We could sell an empty box named Tremors. We could slap the name Tremors onto an empty box and we could sell it, and it would just go, and it would fly like hotcakes. And like I said, they got kicked out while Tremors had made $500 million in its lifetime. And up until that point, which was 2015 when they got kicked out. And I mean that. On a $30 million budget. First movie is $11 million. Second movie is $4 million. Third movie is $6 million, which is a weird, like, what? and then fourth movie is 5 million, and then the TV show is another 5. And all of those were able to turn around and make a profit of $500 million. Not he, they love Tremors. I am trans, so it's not a he, but I do love Tremors. And you know what? To answer that, Burt Gummer dies when Michael Gross dies. They actually forced that ending on Michael Gross. He didn't want any part of it. They literally were like tired of Michael Gross being attached to the series and went, we don't want to pay you anymore. And more so, you're kind of like forcing us to keep continuity behind the scenes, and that's really annoying. So they wrote him out of Tremors. You should not like you. I wish Burt Gummer never died either, because he is a legend, and that's not a character that you just kill off and cock off like that. And that's where what happened. Yes, yeah. I'll explain. um, that's where the whole restore the Tremor saga thing started. I actually started the hashtag Stampede Tremors. That was me on Reddit doing a whole bunch of things, trying to Stampede Entertainment Tremors. Let's Stampede Tremors so we can get things out there. And then the Tremor Saga people actually came up with a hashtag Restore the Tremor Saga as a way of like that. Hey, if like fucking Zack Snyder over here can get his Snyderverse back, and he didn't create Superman, he didn't create Batman, he didn't create Wonder Woman, and yet we can restore the Snyderverse all day long. Then why can't we turn around over here and be like, let's restore the Tremor Saga, because Stampede Entertainment literally created these characters. They created Val, they created Earl, they created Burt, they created all the Graboids, the Shriekers, and the Ass Blasters. They created El Blanco. They created the town of Perfection, and and that's where even Michael Gross is about the restoring the Tremor saga. Because how can you say Michael Gross even carried the movies after they kicked out Stampede, and then for Universal to turn around and be like, no, 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 we don't want to pay you anymore, get out. So that's where the restore part is like, no, these people worked incredibly hard behind the scenes to make this happen. Michael Gross himself has written most of the dialogue for Burt Gummer after Tremors 5. In Tremors 5, 6, and 7, all of the dialogue that is there is Michael Gross taking but maybe a writer will come to him with some, like, here's the outline, and he goes, no, 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 Burt wouldn't say this. Burt, no, no, that's not, okay, this is how Burt would say that. Because there's a great detail about Michael Gross, because people will ask him, hey, Michael, will you come to a Comic-Con or a fan convention and be Burt Gummer? And he's like, no, I can't. I literally cannot do that. I cannot improvise in character as Burt Gummer, because Burt Gummer is such a highly specific individual that to do that, it wouldn't do it justice. You would be like, is this actually? Oh my God, Michael Gross can't even do Burt Gummer for us right now. So he won't even go to conventions as Burt Gummer. He'll only go as Michael Gross. Hold on, I'm getting all worked up because this pisses me off. Actually, what started me on this journey about 2 years ago was when I watched Shrieker Island, and I had been noticing it. I've been a Tremors fan since I was about like 6, 7, 8, or 9, and I noticed this quality. I noticed the lack of S.S. Wilson and Brent Maddox names on Tremors 5, and then I noticed it on Tremors 6, and was like, okay, kind of like what's going on here. And then I watched Tremors 7, and I was like, you just did that to him, to Michael Gross. He was doing everything, and even more so that ending montage pisses me off so much, because Michael Gross, and this is where I found out through research, he wanted a level of ambiguity. He wanted it like, oh hey, maybe Burt is going to come back, but you have that it's basically an in memoriam montage, to the point where I have to check my phone every time I watch Tremor 7 and be like, did Michael Gross die? No, okay, no, he didn't. Cool, great. And it literally takes away all of this ambiguity that's supposed to be there for that. And and I watched this and I was like, this is dumb. What the fuck is going on? I ended up researching everything, finding out everything that I've told you. I've gone all over the place. If you're on Reddit, actually, that was where I was a big Reddit presence till I got permabanned by the Universal mods that are in our movies. And yeah, I'm invested in this, because to go back to the restore the Tremor saga thing, how can I want to be a creative person too. I like making movies. I've actually made my own Tremors movie. If you look up Tremors Far Afield, me and my wife, we went out literally in our backyard and we made a Tremors movie, a 20-minute Tremors movie. And that's, that's how much I love it. And just like, how can you be creative and you want to be creative or even try to get out there, try to write something, try to direct something, try to make something, if in the end somebody with a bigger name and corporation can just come in and sweep it up and take it all from you? Like I said, they worked on this movie, that worked, Nancy, Ron, Brent, and Steve worked on these movies for 35 years. 35 years. And how can any of us feel safe creating anything ever again? If that can be snatched up like that, what in what universe would you feel safe? Like being a creative person. And that's me. Like that's like my like that's why I'm so invested is because Tremors has always been my favorite monster movie franchise of all. In fact, might be my favorite movie franchise of all time. And to know that like something so awesome and so great could just ripped out of somebody's hand is just appalling. I can't begin to. I am so happy to be angry about this subject because it's fucking insane. Do you know what I mean? Whoever asked that comment, did that fill you in on that? Oh, because to finish, because there was one more finish. Um, so there is this thing, there's a copyright clause that happens. After 35 years, the original creators of the IP get the opportunity to get their IP back. And it all hinges on whether or not they were contracted to have come up with the idea. Like if Universal had gone to Stampede and said, "Hey, you want to make this movie about giant worms for us?" and they went, "Okay, yeah." Or if you came up with an idea and then you ended up selling it to a studio to get money to finance your production, then you're an independent contractor and you can actually get it back. So, secrets, I actually sent a lawyer who got the rights for Predator and the rights for Friday the 13th back to their original creators. I found this out because there's a Stampede Entertainment fact page that somebody asked this copyright thing, and I went researching and I found this lawyer and I sent him off to Stampede, and they're currently working on something right now. They're currently working. It's like a 2 to 5 year long process that technically can only start once the 35 timer kicks in. So that's where we're at now, and we're hoping, and that's where somebody asked about the uh, new movies. Come on, yeah. Might make a new movie and such, starring Kevin Bacon. Kevin Bacon wants back in. Kevin Bacon has wanted back into Tremors for a really long time. Not a really long time. It's been about the last like 10 years. Ever since he's seen kind of the money for it, and now he wants. Okay, so here, let's talk about Kevin Bacon. Um, and yes, yo gods, I hope Stampede gets Tremors back with the help of that lawyer. and and not no, I have to say, Kevin, no, Kevin's career didn't die. Kevin's career has been pretty good. In fact, the reason that Kevin wasn't in any Tremors movies after the second one, even though he was supposed to be in the second one, there's a script for it which I read on another episode of this podcast. I highly recommend checking it out. It's called Tremors 2: The Lost Monsters, and it had Kevin Bacon and Fred Ward and Michael Gross and Reba McEntire all back. It's basically the same thing as the Tremors 2 that we got, but it's got these guys in it, all of them in it, and it's really cool. And Steve and Brent actually flew out to New York to talk to Kevin about it, but at the time he was taking offers for Apollo 13. And like it's one of those, like, his career was on the up and up, and doing a sequel for a movie that like failed at the box office. It technically failed at the box office, even though Tremors Tremors budget was $11 million and it made $16 million. At the time, that was considered a failure at the box office. It was only in the home video market that Tremors became a vast, huge hit. And so they come to Kevin, and Kevin's like, guys, I mean, I really am not sure about this. And even more so, Kevin kind of had it's not a bad experience. Kevin's experience with the first Tremors movie was he had a great time filming, but what was happening was that his wife Kira Sedgwick was pregnant with their first child. And there's actually a great photo of those two on set, Kevin Bacon and Kira's in this, she's in this, pregnancy gown, like out to here or whatever, and he's in a t-shirt, um, actually a crop top, and she's just heavily pregnant, and Kevin Bacon's first child was born while they were filming the scene where Walter Chang gets eaten by a graboid. He literally like jumped out of the scene. They got the call on set, jumped out of the scene, went to the hospital to have his first baby born. And so there's a level of like he was a new father at the time. He was really hoping that Tremors would be a hit. In fact, everybody was. And that was one of those things where it seemed like Tremors should do good. Everybody on set had an amazing time. The reason everyone signed in was like the script was amazing. Like the people doing it, that's the Stampede Entertainment guys, all came from this practical effects background, knew what they were doing. Everything worked out. The only things that like didn't work out were like mechanical effects and like okay, like uh one like because the trying to put a graboid into the ground and then having it pop out through a hydraulic elevator, the sand got in and it ended up like fucking with the hydraulics and it didn't come up in time, and we almost lost one of the greatest effects creators of our time, Tom Woodruff Jr., because he was inside the graboid underneath ground, like with a respirator mask and a walkie-talkie, and like it wasn't coming up, and wasn't coming up for like half an hour. He was terrified. He had an oxygen mask too, and and so I look at Kevin. It's sand, yeah, exactly. It's sand, and I look at Kevin, because what he says about that, and the thing that everybody always that quote that everybody goes to where he's like, "I'm in a movie. I fell to the ground and I'm like I'm in a movie about goddamn underground worms," and like you kind of get it a little bit, and that's only after like the fact that it came out, and even more so there's a great story where like he would pick Kira Sedgwick up in the middle of the night and like be trying to save her from graboids, like trying to save his wife from graboids, and like oh, I gotta save you, and she's like let me the fuck down. They're not real. So he like because of the practical effects being so real, there's a new baby on the way. He's got all these stresses as a new dad. Like things didn't work out for him like he thought they were going to with Tremors. He out of everybody was really hoping Tremors was going to be a success. And when it wasn't, he just is like, guys, I got this other movie. I got a Ron Howard movie over here that they want me to do. I kind of got to go with that. I'd love to, do that. And people say that Kevin hated it, and I don't think he really hated it. It's more just like he's got some trauma about it. Is my whole thought process on that. And again, if anybody wants to join in live, I'm just talking here. So Kevin's now come around though. He came around the 25th anniversary, where everybody came out to this thing. It was in LA. It was held by the Creature Feature guys, and just there was hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people, hundreds of fans, and Kevin finally saw that like, oh my god, this is like there's something here for this. And yeah, the Arrow Blu-ray for Tremors, if you have a Blu-ray, buy the Arrow Video Tremors 4K Blu-ray. Kevin actually does a great job describing that. And he actually talks about everything that I just said in this. I was trying to take exactly what he said from it. And it's why for years he had not spoken about the movie. It didn't do well. It caused him some trauma, but finally he was able to like kind of get over it. And I do have to point out there's a great like, so Kevin Bacon and Kira Sedgwick lost all of their money in a Ponzi scheme around 2008, 2009. And then in like 2010, Kevin Bacon wanted back in a Tremors movie. And I'm kind of like, oh, so like, I get it. Like, you got desperate. You're like, oh shit. Should have been in those Tremors movies, because that would have been another residual I could hold on to. And oh man, there's all these fans. Like, why don't I do it? So as much as me as a person also would have loved Kevin Bacon being in another Tremors movie, I have to be like, well, I guess that makes sense why you weren't. And fair point. Uh, but I love there's a little anecdote to where one of Kevin Bacon's kids came up to him after Tremors 2 was released, and uh, and he was like, "Hey, Dad, did you see Tremors 2?" And Kevin's like, no, but I wasn't in Tremors 2," and he's like, "Yeah, but Tremors 2 is awesome." It's I just even his kid is throwing shade at him, like, "Yeah, Dad, but like Tremors 2 is fucking cool. Where were you?" And I have to say this too. After Fred Ward died, I've kind of seen this more and more, where I think not being in Tremors 2 might be one of Kevin Bacon's biggest regrets in life. Because he always wanted to act with Fred again, and now that he's dead, he can't. And I think that's more and more what we're seeing with Kevin being like, "I'll take the call. Like, let me get out there. Let's make a new movie with me in it." And even there was the Tremors pilot, which was happening in 2018 that he started. That was his idea, and Fred Ward was going to be in it. He's referenced in that script. He's not in the first episode of the script, but he's referenced in the script because Val runs this like graboid amusement place, and Earl is kind of like above him a little bit. Not exactly his boss, but he still has to like kowtow to him. He has to listen to like Earl employees tell him what to do. And so Earl's in it, and actually the writer Andrew Miller talks about they were trying to get Fred Ward to come in, and actually it seems like Fred would have showed up in the last episode. One of those like, oh, boom, bomb, there's Fred Ward all of a sudden. And even more so, the Gummers, Burt Gummer and Heather Gummer, were being written into it. Andrew Miller has talked about, like trying to not listen to Universal and executives is really hard, but he was going to do his absolute best to make sure that the Gummers were in perfection. So I fully believe him because that guy like gave up his life to write this. Oh, and you know what? To say this, I think that the next Tremors iteration should be a TV show. We should stop calling it Tremors 8. We should stop wanting a Tremors 8. I actually just gave an interview on a podcast called the Splattercast. The Splattercast pod, they're on YouTube. Highly recommend checking them out. And I gave an interview, and they asked me, how do I think the future of Tremors should go? And I said TV show. Because if you've watched the original Tremors, the series, there is a TV show, a 13-episode TV show from 2003, Tremors, the series, that is fucking phenomenal, man. It is one of my favorite parts of Tremors. And I think that a TV show is the way to go because you can tell way more stories in an easier format than you can just by making Tremors 8, Tremors 9, Tremors 10, Tremors 11, 12. Like, because making those numbers and going up high more, like, it makes people's brains go like, I can't deal with that. But you do a Tremors TV show, and then you take the formula that we already have, where even in the TV show, they had Bert and Tyler going off to there'd be shriekers harassing a carnival, and they'd have to go fight the shriekers. Or there was a graboid in New Mexico that that was my favorite. Like the people in the town think that aliens are abducting their citizens, but actually it's a graboid, and they have to like go convince them, find out if it's a graboid, and kill it or whatever. And I died inside when they quit making Tremors. See, they're not done making Tremors. You do know that, right? This is Universal can sell an empty box named Tremors. And they're not done making Tremors. And in fact, I actually knew that they were working on the Tremors 8 that was being made by Bill Watterson of Dave Made a Maze. I knew about that a year ago because Ron Underwood was on a podcast. He was on 2 podcasts talking about, oh yeah, Universal's writing Tremors 8 right now. They're already writing it. As soon as Burt Gummer died, they still kept writing it. And so they're going to keep doing it. And so then this idea here that I having known this, having known the reboot was happening before anybody else did, I see that there's something happening in the background. And I'm emailing Steve S.S. Wilson, And there's a question I want to ask him where I'm pretty sure what's happening is that they're working on bringing the OG crew back. I know Kevin's in. Reba literally 2 days ago, Reba McEntire gave an interview talking about she wants to still be in Tremors. She would like to be in Tremors. Michael Gross is always up for it all the time. And I've said this too. You know, you can have because Fred Ward's dead. You could have John Bernthal play Fred Ward's son, Mikey Bassett. That's always my like that right there. Do that, do that. And to go to the TV show, set all these stories in perfection, just like they do in Tremors the series, but then go out and we're having an adventure over here, having an adventure over here, and then even to have even more fun with it, we do an episode that's in the past. We do the Tremors 4 thing where we do an episode that's in feudal Japan, and we've got like we got the Bassett family fighting Shriekers in Japan, or we go to Scotland or medieval times, and like we got like Grady Hoover's ancestors fighting, ass blasters in Scotland. Uh, Honestly, I'm stuttering because it's like I have so many different ideas. I don't know. You could go to Egypt and you could have graboids in Egypt, and you know what? Entirely new people. They don't have to just be the ancestors of the people we have. There's a great way of like you can incorporate if you want to, not incorporate if you don't feel like it, but just go everywhere. We've already set the precedent with Tremors 4, Tremors 5, and Tremors the series that we can go out and have adventures outside of perfection. Tremors 2 does it too. And then we can go in the past. We can go to different continents. We can go all over the place. And I think a TV show serves that better than trying to make 20 movies about it instead, because you can really focus in on a concept. Spend 45 minutes to 60 minutes an episode, focus in on a really good concept, and boom, whammy, you got a fucking streaming hit. And yeah, honestly, now that Grady has grown on me, I'd like to see him again in the future of Tremors. One of the things I would love to see is Val and Grady going out on a hunt together and them like bickering back and forth about who's the better monster hunter. Because like Val would be like, well, listen to me, kid. I was fighting them graboid before you were even born. And Grady's like, well, yeah, man. Well, where were you when they turned into Shriekers? I saw a guy's arm get cut off, man. And just like this whole like tete-a-tete back and forth, like who's the bigger man kind of a thing, which you had in the original, like with Val and Earl, like, come on, kid, like you're not planning and shit. And that's even one with I'd love Val and Mikey, which is Earl Bassett's son. Val trying to teach Mikey the plan. Oh, listen, kid, your dad always said have a plan, and you gotta have a plan. You don't got a plan, you're going to be dead in the sand. Understand? Somebody just wanted to go live. Where'd you go? Live person? Come back. Have you ever seen Tremors? Yeah, Reba's very first film was Tremors. In fact, Reba's first line ever said on film, on camera, is stinks too. So if you ever like when they pull it from underneath the truck, stinks too. And there's a great like outtake of her like, oh my god, I got it. First line, everybody. Woohoo! It's important. I get it. And yeah, to have Reba back. So I think that there's something happening in the background, which is why the Bill Watterson Dave Made a Maze reboot got canceled. That there's more Tremors coming. Like, that's OG. Oh, damn, I almost got a new person there. Come back, new person. I want to teach you of the Tremors. The Tremors are here, and I wish to teach you. Touch ya! I'm Valentine. Valentine McKay. Oh. Actually, I look more like Tyler Reed. Tyler Reed, at your service. Booyah. I'm going to check and make sure I didn't miss any questions here. TV show, residuals for life, Graboid Nightmares, no way, Anti-Bacon, Kevin Bacon, and yeah, So yeah, to go back to all this stuff, all needs to happen. That's where I guess that's why the Tremor Saga always puts on every single video that they have hashtag Restore the Tremor Saga with Stampede Entertainment. Because having just the cast back is cool, but having the cast and the OG crew that made it happen, that's even cooler. Because those people, those are the ones that gave us Tremors that we actually love and give a shit about. Like that's the real money making breadwinning there. And because the reason that we love Val, or the reason we love Kevin Bacon as Val, and the reason we love Reba McEntire as Heather, and the reason we love Grady and Bert and Earl, and is because they were well written as characters. The script for Tremors was written for 5 fucking years before it ever saw the screen. The script for Tremors 2 was written for 4 fucking years before it ever saw the screen. And it's like these concepts, they take their time with it to really make something that's worthwhile. I always point out, Stampede would watch the movies before over and over and over and over and over and over and over again while writing the next one. So they knew how to trip themselves up, how to flip the script, how to make something different, because Tremors is ultimately a parody of monster movies of the time, of the then, of the now. I always laugh because Tremors 1 is the parody of monster movies from the 1950s and 60s that Steve grew up with. Tremors 2 is a parody of Jurassic Park. And that kind of like, yeah, and same shit they pulled with on Jurassic World Dominion. They brought the old cast back without quality. Thank you, Random, for Animations 25. It's true. And there were some things in, like, and honestly, Jurassic Park is a great example of that. These 3 new movies are this like, you got no soul to it. It's cool, it's flashy, and I mean, like, yeah, it's Jurassic Park. We can slap Jurassic Park on an empty box and sell it. Same as Universal says about Tremors. And it was I like seeing Ian Malcolm back, and I like seeing Dr. Statler and Alan Grant when it's not like, it's just not there, man. Like the love isn't there. Hold on. I have a guest request. Someone request. Oh, damn it. Come here. Guest request. Oh, booyah. Gojira 198. Hello. Are you probably not Japanese? Sorry.
Hello.
How goes it?
So I hear you talking about Tremors. I grew up with that.
Yeah? What's your favorite Tremors?
If I had to be honest, my favorite Tremors movie was Tremors 2.
Fuck. You know what? That's like the grand consensus throughout this whole, like, there's been 8 people so far, including myself. We all love Tremors 2 the most.
And you want to hear the funny coincidence? As I stumbled across your live, I'm literally watching Tremors 2 right now.
Oh, yes!
Which is awesome.
Where you at?
No way.
Where you at?
Coincidence.
Where you at right now? I mean, we're at in the movie.
Right now, I am at the part near where their truck is stuck, and they're like, it must be sick. But really, it's like getting ready to give birth.
Oh.
It's like the little creakers.
Probably ain't somebody that didn't agree with it.
Traumatized me as a kid.
Yeah, no, that's what I was saying, is that part gets really fucking scary, man.
Honestly, that part when I was a kid, the moan the creature, the graboid would make at night, that traumatized me as a kid. I could not go to bed at night or watch it before I went to bed.
Oh, yeah. That scream.
But now I'm like, yes, I love it. Oh, yeah.
Oh, man. I made a Tremors movie, and at the end of it, there were several parts where I sampled that scream, because I was trying to do the end of it is there's an idea that there's more graboids coming, so I had to like sample it and move it about and stuff, and I would like change the optics or change the sound levels on it and mix it up. It's just terrifying. Like it's just
Oh yeah.
like low, high, in the middle, add reverb. It's just a fucking, it's haunting.
Just trying to make it worse, technically.
Yeah. But and I didn't need to make it worse. It was more just trying to like differentiate it a little, and it was still like, God damn, man,
Make it a little different, yeah.
it's a scary one. Like I like.
Dude, only that scene though scared me. Besides the one scene that also jump scared me when I was a kid was when Bert's looking at the map and he puts it down and the shrieker's on the hood of his truck.
Oh.
I was like, oh shit! When I saw that, I was like, oh god. When I first saw that, I thought Bert got eaten, but then I see his truck coming down the hill later, and I'm like, oh, I think he's fine.
No, that's another good. Like, there's a good like legit jump scares. Tremors 2 has more jump scares than Tremors 1 does, almost. Like.
Oh yeah.
Now that I think about it, actually,
it
does.
My favorite part about the movie, though, is like how they think the Shriekers are so smart, but really, in reality, they're really dumb. Because it's like they go for anything that has a heat signature, and I love that about it. And they're like, how can they be so smart? And then they test it out later after they have one in a cage. Dude, that shit's awesome.
You mean they've been acting so smart because they're so stupid?
That's also another good part where he's like, how did he taste it? Well, he tasted it with his tongue. Don't you see? He's dragging his tongue all over, and then he pukes up another one. He's like, I claimed the little one. Hey, wait a minute, it was my food.
And now they're immediately arguing over like which one. I love Fred's reaction. Like, yeah, he grabs it with his tongue. You know, he drags it around. He finds something. He eats it. Like the realization hits him. Like, oh fuck.
Yeah, and then after you're watching that movie, you're like, oh shit, the one in the garage, you know, because that one had an MRE, and it's like, oh no. It's like, dude, I love Tremors. I grew up with that shit since I was like, what, 10 years old? I love the first movie, but honestly, I love the second one the most.
Yeah, I started with the second movie, so I'm always gonna be in love with it.
Oh yeah.
Oh, we got a second person.
I seen the episode where they were fighting the Shriekers. The one where the guy was running and the Shrieker was behind him scared the shit out of me when he got halfway to the door and it drug his ass back up the stairs. If you've seen the Tremors episode,
you mean Night of the Shriekers? Yeah, from the TV show. Yeah.
I've seen all the episodes.
Oh yeah.
I've seen all the episodes are more scarier than the actual movies itself.
Yeah, no, Night of the Shriekers is actually one of my favorite episodes of the TV show because it makes the Shriekers fucking terrifying. Like the way they move, and exactly what you said, where like that guy's running, and then they open the door, and he's like right there, and then the Shrieker fucking clamps down on him, and it's like pulling him up and away. Oh my god, oh, it is so good.
The acid plant one. There's another one that scared the shit out of me. Was the acid plant one?
Plant them all.
Sound of Silence scared the shit out of me. It was more scary than the freaking Tremors.
With the Turcade eye.
Think of a grub, a termite, and a freaking flesh-eating virus.
Maggot. No, it was maggot.
That thing sounds like a cross between an F-18. That thing scared me so much. Every time I go outside, I think that those things are real. And I'm like, oh shit, where the fuck are they? Because there's a grasshopper that sounds just like that. There's a cicada that sounds just like that. That scares the shit out of me.
Bro, my favorite episode of the season was when they met 412. Remember 412?
Oh.
Oh yeah, I remember that one.
Wizard thing. Dude, I love that. I feel bad for him, but at the same time, he was a menace.
I know, but okay. So here's.
I mean, I understand it.
No. I got great factoid for you. So if you watch the TV show, the first episode of the TV show has Bert giving Tyler cactus. He's been eating cactus a lot or whatever. And in the 412 episode, Cletus says that he needs this blue diamond cholo cactus in order to keep 412's mood stabilized. When Bert and Cletus like first meet or whatever, Cletus is like, "Oh yeah, you know, if I could just find some of that blue diamond cholo, it would like stabilize his mood." And Bert goes, "Yeah, no, yeah."
He's on Back to the Future and
no, I know, I'm almost there.
Oh, yeah.
And Bert goes, "Oh yeah, you find less and less and less of the blue diamond cholo every year." Bert is eating it. Bert has been eating the blue diamond cholo plant that stabilizes 412's mood. And he's the reason that episode happens. Because Bert is poor and he's eating all of the cactus in the valley, including the blue diamond cholo. So it's his fucking fault.
Oh, have you seen that episode where the guy's like tells the guy to get off the bike and then out of nowhere the damn grabber grabs it and just spits it out and lands in the truck? That one was not scary, but it was fucking hilarious. I laughed my ass off.
He ate the guy with
like,
the motorcycle, but he
he's like,
ate the guy and spit up the motorcycle.
Yeah.
his name is what's his name? The grabber's name is
El Blanco.
Yeah, El Blanco.
El Blanco. El Blanco is like Blanco. I love El Blanco. He in my heart, he's my favorite grab boy. He can't turn into because he's sterilized. So that's the reason why
he's an albino grab boy.
Yeah, but he's sterilized, but he can't mutate like the other ones can. So
yeah, that's what happens in real life with real life animals. If some animals are born,
here's the kicker. You know the Mexican guy from the movie where he had a white goat, right? That was sterilized.
Yeah,
that was the reason why the grab boy never changed.
Because it was sterilized.
Yeah. Yeah, the goat sterilized the grab boy to where it wouldn't change.
Exactly. It's real life phenomena.
That's
albino.
That's in the fourth movie. That's in
That's in 3.
That's in
the third movie.
Yeah, the second one. Yeah. When you watch the movie, listen to the Easter eggs when it says it.
Oh, I don't need.
The guy.
No, I could literally do I can literally do the like, we albino. Yeah, we used to have a female goat like that. No kids, sterile, eh? No, like I said, I can do the whole movie for you.
With the flesh and termites, no one can survive that. It made the grabber look bad because after that one guy got surrounded by the flesh and termites, it left nothing behind.
Nothing.
And guess what killed it? It's supersonic scream that it makes. It sounds like how that's the reason why people.
Episode. Oh, I remember that one.
But how when they come, you make that.
Yeah, like
as it comes, they're like, oh shit, they gotta run. But where are you gonna go? They're coming from the north, south, and east. But the only way that they found out they're combustible.
Well, everything is combustible.
They're the size of freaking lizards. Yeah. The new version of Tremors, I didn't care for. It's stupid.
Good job.
They ruined Tremors after that.
Do you know why they ruined Tremors?
I like the first one.
Yeah.
The last Bloodline.
I like the originals because it made more sense.
Well, the only
Same. I prefer the original.
the only reason
I did like the graphic and grab boy. The other one looked a little bit better than the American one. I like the only thing I liked about the grab boys was its foremouse and detachable tongue.
Oh, I hate the detachable tongues.
The Ass-Buster and the Shriekers did not look cool at all. They looked like
a really funny story about that. So when I first watched the one where it's in Africa, when they first introduced the new versions of the design, my cousin said, "Why does the ass blaster look like a butthole with teeth?" And I started to laugh so hard.
I say that every time.
I thought too. Actually, it looked like it looked like a worm with raptor feet.
It looks like
It looks like they took dragon wings, placed it on a half-eating. They're trying to base it off a flesh-eating sea cucumber. They added velociraptor claws, and then they added dragon wings to it, and then they made they added. It's so ugly. I mean, the freaking African grabber looks better than the second form.
No, it's bad.
And then the Shriekers look freaking freaky as hell. They made it look like it has a skeleton body.
I mean, I like the Shrieker design, but the ass blaster I didn't really enjoy.
They're just too damn fast.
Oh yeah.
No, it's
I
no.
mean,
Honestly,
it's the Potrits. I mean, the Shriekers were fast on the first movie, but this movie now, they're trying to make it where nobody can survive the damn attacks.
That's the whole point.
You can outrun a regular American Shrieker, but you can't outrun these damn.
There's a reason for that.
They were.
Reason for that because when they had the Shriekers in the new third movie where Bert died, they said that they genetically made these animals to be more aggressive, faster, and stronger. So technically, they bred graboids in the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Well,
that's why they're
Now
so
I did like the detachable tongues on the graboid. Now that was kind of cool.
see that I hate. Okay,
But
okay, I gotta.
You're not safe you're not safe on the
Hold on.
rocks anymore.
So I hear no. I gotta.
They made that point real clear.
No, this is where I gotta.
It said, now they went free range. Like he's like, what the fuck happened?
So this is where I gotta jump in.
See the fucking tongue of the graboid.
I gotta jump in. It's my stream. I gotta jump in.
The tongues with a face hugger and a freaking cobra. And that's why
So here.
what scared me.
All right. So hold on. Stop. This is where I have to interject and say something. So this is why the tentacles are actually terrible, because there's a whole other Tremors 5. There's an original Tremors 5 written by the guys that made Tremors 1, 2, 3, 4, and the TV show before they got kicked out. And in this Tremors 5, they actually had the mini graboids from Tremors 4 making a return. So every single time you see a tentacle doing something, that's actually supposed to be a little mini graboid. Which it would have done. It would have.
I seen that. They actually did make the picture. It's supposed the tongues are supposed to have eyes.
No. That's Tremors the series. You don't know. It's okay that you don't know this. This is the whole point of this.
Tremors 5, and it pulled up what looked like a crossbit. They took a hagfish, put eyes on it,
That's
called it Tremors 5.
That's the cover for Tremors the series. In the original Tremors 5.
Yeah, that's the cover for Tremors the series.
In the original Tremors 5, every time you see a graboid tentacle, that is actually supposed to be a mini graboid from Tremors 4. So it still has the same thing that which I love, where it's like, oh, you can't even stay safe on the rocks because they'll get you. And even more so because in this original Tremors 5, there was going to be hundreds of thousands of these little mini graboids. It was going to be an ass blaster breeding ground. And all of these mini graboids come out and they literally swarm.
Tremors 4. Like, what was the most funniest part of Tremors 4? Mine was the part with the cannon. With the any guy like said, how can you miss with a fucking cannon?
I straight up love. It's a twofold thing where Hiram does to the kid where he eats the gingerbread cake and he says anyone can be taken advantage of, Mr. And if you can do, and then it gets turned around on him when Fu Yen fixes his bike and he's like, word of advice, Mr. Gummer, anyone can be taken advantage of, and if you can do. That's my favorite joke.
Well, mine is the part where he's, what's that guy who got eaten by the graboid? He's like,
Black Hand Kelly.
Really? Yeah. He's like, really, man? Really, Bert? You picked the gun. He picks out this little ass fucking pistol when he's shooting the graboid, and that shit, I laughed my ass
Actually,
off.
so
Like, really?
hold on.
You said pick something that you're comfortable with. He's like, I did say that.
Yeah, I was gonna say you got to get it right because it's so beautiful. Like
that gun is like,
what the fuck are you gonna do with the little spit shooter? I mean, that's a little spit shooter. But what scared me is how smart those fucking tongues are. Where they ripped out the board one by one. That scared the shit out of me. I was like, oh shit.
well, that is the graboid. It's not just the tongues are like their arms. That is still the graboid.
Yeah, just imagine the second one in a situation like that. You're sleeping in a barn on the floor, and it's slowly, you don't know it, but a tentacle of the graboid's tongue is just slowly creeping up next to you. That shit would be so scary.
Oh yeah.
That was when that guy like the tongue knocked over the Mexican guy's hat. He's like,
Or actually, hold on.
What is that? Telegraph? They were using
they
yeah.
were like laying down. They were like in the middle of the sleep. They were in the barn.
Oh yeah, but remember the part where the Mexican guy gets on the telegraph and he's just tapping it randomly, and all of a sudden the graboid comes out from under him and he's like riding it like a bull. That shit. I was like, hey yo, look at him go,
hey,
and then he got away.
I did see your comment though. Thanks for going back around, Trey.
You talking about the Indian guy where he grabs him and then but instead of eating him,
No.
Oh,
No. He's talking about Juan. He's talking about Juan, the Mexican, when they're doing the telegraph, and it comes up through.
He didn't ride it. He got eaten.
No.
He had him in his mouth.
With Black Hand Kelly and Burt Gummer's guy, and they were doing the telegraph in the corner, trying to do it quietly, and he's like, "Can you tap so loudly?" And then it comes through the floor. He's on top of its head, but then he climbs on the beam on top so he can get away. But then there's there's that.
I'm talking about like on the first one. You know, the first one where Guam, the older Guam, was trying to help turn off the refrigerator, and then it comes up beneath and grabs him.
Yeah, poor guy, dude. I was like, no, not the Chinese guy.
Oh, well, here's the thing. He's not really dead. With the machine they make it, there's a pocket. Basically, what it does when they swallow him, it just sucks him down into the body, and there's an exit on the back end of the graboid. They actually show it. If you look at how they make it, they made the big enough.
Actually, that's not true. So for the first movie, it didn't have a hole big enough to do that. That's not. There's lots of clever editing tricks, but in Tremors 4, they actually did. In the fourth movie, they did that. They built one that had a hole in it, so when Black Hand Kelly goes, he actually goes through the whole thing. But in the original Tremors 1...
Because if you looked at it, in the first movie, they only could fit the Chinese guy's leg in the mouth. Right?
It only had enough room for the tentacles.
But in the fourth movie, you see the whole guy fit in the mouth of the graboid, and you can see the skin stretching as it closes.
Yep.
So you can tell.
No, that's where there's a difference.
I'm like, I feel bad for all these people that then in my mind I was like, oh, they're still alive. I mean, they're using they actually have a guy that pulls the actual guy who's being eaten, and then makes a dummy that actually makes it look like his leg is getting ripped off.
My favorite part in Tremors 4 was when the Indian guy takes out
the saw.
In the ground.
Yes. Oh.
On the ground, he goes, and he's just pounding it.
Oh man. Actually, it's that.
You slimy son of a bitch.
I love.
But then he realized there's a second one. There's four graboids. He forgot the third. The second one. He was like, he went over there. He's like, it was funny. Instead of the graboid grabbing him, he grabs the Ford replica of him. It's like,
oh yeah,
that shit was funny. He's like, this ain't him.
But honestly, in the part,
you actually hear the fart noise that comes out of the monster as it spits it out. It's hilarious.
What were you saying, Gojira?
Oh, yeah. The one part in Tremors 4 that was scary also for me was the little part where the little graboids were jumping through the air and shit. I was like, oh shit,
yeah,
just come out of nowhere.
That's what I was.
Oh, you mean what?
Yeah, no, that's what I was trying to say about the original Tremors 5, is that those little mini graboids, they can launch. So instead of having these detachable tentacles that do that don't really make sense, it would have been fucking cool to have the actual mini graboids fucking jumping and launching and shit. Oh.
They call them bullet worms. That's what they call them.
Actually, there's a couple of names. There's shooters, grablets, mini G's, and dirt dragons. That's your.
Yeah.
I loved it because the funny part was where
it was funny the way the guy was running and the freaking thing on his shoes, and he just gets double tapped by him.
Okay, Big Horse Johnson.
Chink, chink, chink. My favorite part was when it heard the teapot going off and it grabbed the teapot,
boom,
ate it, and it spit it back out because it was like, this ain't food.
That was a good part. And you should look when the guy's like, and you remember he's walking off and then trying to find the silver horses, and the guy's like, well, I know you want to have to scare. And then he hears a scream from him. He had sucked in.
Oh yeah.
Like the horses disappeared. Oh my god. What scared me was the one in the mines where that guy got grabbed.
Oh, his head.
And then he pulled that.
Oh.
Just took his head
That
off.
had to be a dummy. I kept thinking that was real at first.
It is a dummy. That's actually the stunt supervisor.
That scared the shit out of me when I was a kid. I was like, oh my god, he just got his head ripped off.
Bye bye.
I was like, oh shit.
Well, when Sci-Fi got a hold of it and created those other ones,
yeah,
that's what made it more scary. Is when you add Sci-Fi into it, sci-fi is the main reason why Tremors was so good. They had the actual
Think about it.
animatronics, but they also used sci-fi too.
They should
For the actual
remake
deaths.
another Tremors movie, but more like a horror, where it's
Oh, they will.
more
They're
scary.
actually coming out with Tremors 7. Tremors 7's coming out.
Okay, so you guys really got
Guess who's coming back?
you guys.
Kevin Bacon
No,
is.
okay, you guys have really got to go backwards and listen to everything that I've already said.
I don't think that one's actually coming
You-
out because I've been waiting for that for a while and it
So
hasn't happened.
no. All right. Hold on. I don't mean to. I have to pull rank here in a way and let you know what you're in on. I am probably the world's commiserate, absolute expert on Tremors. You're in on a podcast right now. You're on the 36th episode of a podcast called Talking Tremors, and it is all led by me, 100% led by me. I have done the research. I know everything out, all behind the scenes. What you both are talking about is actually, I will tell you everything that you need to know. Firstly, is in 2018, there was a Kevin Bacon led Tremors pilot that was shot, all footage done, everything set, ready to go, and Universal shelved it because they wanted to make more money off of the tax loss. If you've ever watched the movie The Producers, this is very similar to that. The reason that you won't see the new Batgirl movie, very similar to that, where it's like it's better for them to write it off as a loss. Now there's that. Now we have a second thing coming up here where there was a reboot planned with the guy who made Dave Made a Maze. Bill Watterson was actually working on this reboot. And this actually just got canceled. Weirdly enough, this got canceled. I knew 2 months ago, but has officially become news about 2 weeks ago. And that one's now out the door because what's really working on here in the background is that there's a team of people called Stampede Entertainment who made Tremors 1, Tremors 2, Tremors 3, Tremors 4, Tremors the series, and they wrote the entire script for Tremors 5. All of it with storyboards and everything. They got kicked out. They got completely kicked out. They wrote all of it. It was all their idea ever since the beginning, ever since 1985. They got kicked out. I've been working in the background to help them get their copyright, their IP back to them. And so what's happening, and this is the reason that you're seeing Kevin talking about wanting to do more, is that the conversation is now being had that the OG crew of Tremors, and we're going to have Kevin Bacon and Reba McEntire actually just gave an interview yesterday talking about wanting to be back on Tremors, and even Michael Gross. And this is we're going to cast John Bernthal as Mikey Bassett, Earl Bassett's son, and we are going to bring back the original 4 people who made Tremors: Steve S.S. Wilson, Brent Maddock, Nancy Roberts, and Ron Underwood, and they're all going to make Tremors. And this is all happening in the background.
I don't think he's alive. I've looked it up. He's not alive anymore.
Who?
Bert Gummer's not alive anymore.
So Michael Gross is alive. And in fact, Michael Gross was only written out of the series because Universal didn't want to pay him anymore. And they got tired of him trying to hold continuity in the background. And so they went like, all right, Michael, you're gone. Goodbye. And that's where they started right.
If you get rid of the legend who actually was he was the only guy who knew a whole lot about Tremors. That's the reason why he was so. That's why everybody loved him, because he can't die. I mean, literally, he survived being swallowed to death. He got swallowed 4 times and came back up alive.
Well, that's.
And if you watch the series, he got swallowed because the guy's like, he's like, shh. And then his phone goes off and he gets eaten.
Again, you don't. I know. You don't have to tell me. Like I said, I literally run a Tremors podcast. You don't have to explain to me what happened in the movies. Like I can quote them for you if you would like. And so what's happening is that now in the background, and especially since there's a Tremors Film Fest coming up here, and this is where the testing ground, they're testing the waters for this idea is starting to come out, where we're going to bring back all the original cast, we're going to bring back the original crew, and we're going to make a Tremors TV show where we left off from season 1. This is all happening in the background. The only way you're going to know about any of this is if you're watching my podcast. I don't mean to be like, you got to go back a bunch of episodes, bro, and start at the beginning. And there's a lot to learn here.
What would you do if the guy who's creating Tremors puts you in the movie or in the cell?
Steve S.S. Wilson? I've already spoke. I've actually spoken to Steve S.S. Wilson. Him and I have a correspondence. He actually emailed me 3 times yesterday. The guy who created Tremors.
I wouldn't be able to do it. If I
do it. Who cares? Who cares, man? Who?
I would not sleep.
Even more so, I love this.
I love the movies, but
just do it. Just do it. Because this is what Tremors has taught me. Just get out there and do it. Do you love Tremors? Make something. Just do. I just made this podcast. I made a Tremors movie called Tremors Far Afield, and I actually sent it to Michael Gross. Michael Gross, who plays Burt Gummer. And he watched it, and he absolutely loved it. And he said it reminded him of growing up in Fort Marion, Iowa. And it was one of the most enjoyable Tremors movies he's watched in a long time. And so I have a Burt Gummer approved Tremors movie just because I took my wife and her and we went out there and we just made one. So just fucking make one. You can make one.
I think I found out what the Grabbos are based off of. They took what's called a Goliath beetle larvae. That's where they got the armored head from. And then they used the body of the grub, and they actually just made it like a giant version.
So you're actually...
There's no worm today that looks like that.
Well, you're not wrong. So the guys that made the description of a graboid was written into the script, much like it's a slug with a mouth that opens up like a flower. And then the guys at Studio ADI, who are Alec Gillis and Tom Woodruff Jr., who you know from, they created the new King Kong and Godzilla movies. All the monsters you see in that's all them. They made Aliens. The new Prey movie, that's all them. In fact, the Predator and the new Prey movie, that's all them. I'm actually leaving some stuff out here because they've done so much. These guys, Starship Troopers, they made all of the monsters in that. These guys, they look at real world things. And you're actually quite right with the Goliath beetle for the head and stuff. And then the grub.
If I was the designer for the graboid, I will actually redesign the original, but make it 5 times more scarier.
How?
Keeping the original design.
How?
I'm thinking of it. I've actually been drawing graboids. I don't have a picture of it, but I've been working on one. It's based off a giant mutated rhinoceros beetle larvae, but with the 3 jaws.
Ooh.
But with actual legs, and it can move. It's armor plating. So now, if they add it into the movie, they're gonna have to work a little bit harder to take it out because it has, instead of just the armored head, it has an armored back.
You know what? Yeah, actually, TikTok Graboid just said here.
It's 90 feet long.
No, so you actually have a great idea. So here's what you do. You know Mixmaster from the TV show?
Yeah.
Use that.
Yeah.
Use that and create a new Graboid. I have a Graboid design that's my personal, I would love to do it, is I want to make a shrieking grab blaster, which is a shrieker, a Graboid, and an ass blaster, all combined into one. And you can do that with Mixmaster. So if you want to make a Graboid, I mean this, I totally mean this, where it's like, if you want to make a Graboid that has all those features, fucking do it, man. Like, that's my whole, if the whole...
I need a design like that. I have a thing, and you know how, like, they make robots of stuff? What if there was a robotic mecha ass blaster?
But do it.
Actually, I think I worked on it. Hold on.
Do it.
This one I thought of.
Oh, there's a good one. No, dude, this is the thing that I'm trying to teach people, is that Universal has bragged we can sell an empty box named Tremors. And that's what they did with Tremors 5, 6, and 7. That's why they kicked out Stampede Entertainment. And so my whole thing is, it's like, all right, so you can sell an empty box named Tremors. How about we get fans to fucking make it? How about we get fans? What is your empty box named Tremors? What can you fit into it? What can you make and get out there and do? That was why I made my Tremors movie, was because it was like, I mean, if you guys can fucking make shitty Tremors movies, fucking I can make a shitty Tremors movie too. Fuck you guys. And like went out there and did that. Like, so it's like,
Trust me, you don't want none of my creations because you haven't even seen half of my creations.
I'd love to, man. I would absolutely love to.
Here's I have 2 Godzilla ones I got. This is Ghidorahzilla. My creation of the.
Ooh, Ghidorah and Godzilla, nice.
And then Mothra, you know, everybody likes Mothra and Godzilla, right?
Like me, yes.
That's.
Surgical bullet. This is the answer to your question, surgical bullet.
I do all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Even though this is gonna be my first time actually
What's scarier? I have one. Like when you were thinking, you know what's scarier than a ground-based worm? How about one that flies?
No, that's what I mean. So the whole point, my shrieking grab blaster idea, like these are they're extensions of the spikes on it, but then they also have a webbing in between. So then it can expand and end up flying like an ass blaster does, and it has this is more of like a rattlesnake like defense mechanism. I got to show the YouTube people too. And actually my one thing on this is that I would make it just one tongue, one really big tongue. But then yeah, so the whole point is that this is a worm that can dig, but then it can come up out of the ground and shoot up into the air and fly, similar to how I would picture like a Chinese dragon. Like that's my thought on it. This is the shrieking grab blaster that I made with Mixmaster. Oh my God, these guys have taken a completely different evolutionary path. Oh, whoa! Sorry, fucking dope.
That would scare the shit out of me. I was like,
Oh.
talking and all you see the damn shriek.
Here's a couple of my projects I've done.
Oh, dude.
That's cool. No, I said,
Wait for this.
Dude, oh, okay.
Look at this one.
Nice. Because that's the other thing.
Very closely, it's also sculpted with a lot of scratch marks on the beak and stuff.
Nice.
I did a lot of work on the sculpt.
Nice. And that's the thing about Universal.
2008. This is actually my version of Godzilla Earth.
Godzilla,
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, I watch your videos, bro. I see all the Godzilla stuff you send me and stuff too.
Yeah, no, this is where
Yeah.
Designs and
this is where I say the thing
comedy and
about
everything.
Universal and their empty box.
Hey, Gojira. One
Yeah.
thing I found, best thing paint I ever use is fine orange, trust quality, metallic colors. They work only well on acrylic or figures because I tried other paints.
And thank you, Trey Bowen. I've always wanted a Mixmaster Graboid. I'm glad you think it's awesome. I'm running 3 different things, so forgive me. But yeah,
Here's all my Godzilla stuff.
no. Keep making that stuff, guys.
I got Rodan.
Like that's my biggest thing to everybody. Like keep making that stuff because Universal won't make merch while Stampede Entertainment is alive. There's a huge market out there for like graboids and shriekers and ash blasters and stuff, but they don't want to do any official Tremors merch because if they do, Stampede Entertainment gets the money. They get some of the money, and Universal wants to keep all the money.
Like in Doom, like they ruined the worms there. If you look at it, it looks like a giant. It looks like one of those things, the spread, those brushes. The little, it looks like a tube with spikes going in.
Yeah.
It's not scary. It looks like a.
Well, and
like a banana scrubber.
I always
That's what Doom look like.
I always have to point out that what's great about the graboid shriekers and ass blasters in the originals is they all have the same beak. You know, they all have that same.
I would have kept that if I would have made my own Tremors movie. Just kept the beak design.
It's iconic.
I mean, sci-fi.
There's-
Sci-fi came out with one. I heard of Sand Demon. Sand Demon. Yeah, where those guys they're in Iran.
No, that's
And they fight these.
I think that's just sandworms.
They fight these. No, it's called sand.
Yeah?
That's called sand.
And thank you, Trey.
Sand serpent.
Yeah, sand serpents. That's what it is. Thank you.
That movie should have been in Tremors. That one was a better design than the one that Tremors had.
Yeah. But no, you can't.
See,
Like,
now,
I just get so mad when I see the redesign because they take away what everybody looks at. Where it's like that's a Tremors over there with that beak. That beak is so iconic. That's why I hate the redesigned ass blaster the most because it's like it's a vagina with teeth and it's just like and it takes away the cool the mandible. At least the other two have something of a mandible, but it's still like there's that 4-part mandible. That's the big top and the 3 on the bottom. That's just it's actually from nature. It's actually designed on a snapping turtle. So that's where it's like.
Have you seen Tremors? Cold Day in Hell. I love that movie. Mike. That's one movie. That movie cracked me up more times than it is. Like he's like, I'll do it my damn self. He comes out there like he's like, quit playing around and shoot the damn thing. He's like, they're just fucking around with the worm. Like, guys in there with a golf club. We're gonna do with a golf club.
Oh, nice shrieker.
Wood with a spike on end. And
dude, nice shrieker.
Machete. I mean, they ain't gonna do nothing to these worms. But I like how they did the worm in Africa. Made everything a little bit bigger than they did in America. Because it makes sense. Everything is bigger in Africa. So it made sense. But what scared me is how that motherfucker launched itself out of the ground compared to the one in Graboid in the first movie.
I hate
that
it.
That scared the shit out of me. I mean,
I hate that part. You can be scared. I hate that part.
The motherfucker starts launching his ass, and that's how you're supposed to kill somebody. Not a fucking toy with your prey.
You can like it all you want. I hate that part so much. That's the jump the shark moment for me.
Scared you?
No, it's not that it did scare me, but it's more just like, imagine an elephant being able to jump that high and jump like that. You know, it's a little easier for a whale because a whale has buoyancy in the water, but there's no buoyancy or anything on land. So you're literally like, there's the physics of that jumping out and doing that is just.
Well, if you look at the attribute of the body is not the same like the one in Graboid. The African Graboid has a spiral form, so that's and its armor, the spike things are a lot thicker, so it's able to spin. So when it launches itself, it spins in the air. So basically, and that's what it makes it in the snow. Like Cold Day in Hell, like how the fuck is this thing surviving in the freaking Arctic?
I appreciate you trying to give it logic, but there's no logic to it. It's rule of cool. That's kind of why I hate it. Is it's just a rule of cool thing.
If you think about it, and when they make movies, there's a thing called the rule of cool. It doesn't need to make sense.
Yeah, that's what I mean, and that's where I kind of hate it.
Like these old sci-fi movies, like Basilisk, The Terror Sword. Those movies scared the living shit out of me. Because the Terror Sword, if you ever saw the Terror Sword movie, where the guys like walking, they're just walking, and all you do is just see the bodies get slammed.
Has anyone here has ever seen the movie called Loch Ness Terror?
Nope.
Yes. Have you seen the Black Lake? Have you seen the one, the Black Lake monster? The one where it's a giant freaking snakehead.
Thanks, Ruin.
Oh no, I haven't.
I got sent boxing.
God, that movie scared me too. I'm like, they even made Jaws look bad.
Well, this is what I gotta say. Like, you're wanting Tremors to be scary, and I kind of have to point out that's not exactly the point of Tremors. Like, the horror is there, but Tremors is a parody of monster movies. So really, your number one thing should be, how do you flip the script? How do you keep it funny? How do you keep it human? Actually, that's always it's human horror. Like, sure, there's lots of scary stuff in it, but it's not.
Yeah, like you want to feel the terror of the characters, what they're going through. You know, you want to
like you want.
Bird made it worthwhile. Bird made it worthwhile, and yeah, he didn't like the movie at all, but he made it worth watching. I mean, he's fucking hilarious.
What do you mean?
I mean,
Michael Gross.
He goes out of his way to beat the hell out of these monsters, but also gets his ass whipped too.
Hold on.
Process. That's what's
hold on.
About it.
Tell me, do you think Michael Gross doesn't like the Tremors movies? You just
saw in the second one, Aftershock. I mean, no, Aftershock. If you saw where he was laying there and automatically he just jumps up like this, he's fucking terrified because he's remembering all the shit that's been happening in the first movie,
I know.
The second movie, and the third one.
I just thought thought you were like I thought you were saying the actor.
He had a parasite.
I thought you were saying the actor Michael Gross doesn't like the Tremors movies. That's where it was like. I thought you were saying that the actor Michael Gross doesn't like the Tremors movies, and I was gonna be like,
Oh, no.
No, he didn't.
What?
He didn't.
but no, and in a point of fact, actually,
When they paired
Bert,
it to-
I would disagree. Bert loves fucking graboid shriekers and ass blasters. Yeah, he may be terrified.
No, that's Kevin Bacon. I'm getting them. I think that was Kevin Bacon. He didn't.
Yeah.
He left the first movie.
Again, you're just catching up to what we've already been talking about for the last hour about that. Kevin Bacon has every rhyme and reason. Like that's you are coming in
My favorite part when
on a
Kevin
lot.
Bacon was filming the first movie is where he got a phone call where his wife was having his kid, and he just bolted out the door as soon as they cut production, and he's like, "Okay, I'm out of here."
Actually, this is I said this about so here's what's cool. I said this about an hour ago, but the scene where that phone call happened is actually the scene where Walter Chang is getting eaten. And then he got a call while Walter was getting eaten. Hey, Kira's having a baby, and he booked it.
I didn't know that.
No, this is what I said. You guys are coming in on the
scary. It wasn't so scary, but it was more funny than scary.
like that's where
When he went to go over to old Fred's house, he's like, I love the saying when he's like, he lifts the hat, and he's like, what the hell's going on? I mean, what the fuck is going on?
that's where
Like,
I'm trying to
that was his 2 words.
like I'm trying to take the lead here as much as I can and be like, yeah, guys, you're on like the literal greatest Tremors podcast that there is. Like I know everything.
I understand everything.
No,
I have a lot more understanding. I understand, bro.
No, I know. I'm more just like
All the episodes over again because I love the episodes.
I'm here to learn from the Tremors broadcast, bro. Don't worry.
Oh,
things I haven't known about.
no. I know you. I'm more just like, oh man, you are coming in on a history here, bro. You are seen what?
Just like you're laughing.
It's funny because it's funny to me because it's just like I really do love. I love him trying to like tell me things I don't know.
More of a scare than the graboids itself. Like, I mean, you're just walking, and then all of a sudden you get hit with a freaking face full of acid.
Oh, Planimal.
You're laying on the ground dead.
And it just melts your face.
That's scary as hell. I mean, can you imagine just walking, and then all of a sudden you look down like, what the hell's that? And then.
No, that would be.
And then what's funny, the freaking monster itself is about 5 miles long.
Oh yeah.
And the main monster what's so funny, the fucking guy who was running, he's like, I'm over here.
Larry.
Like,
Larry. Hey guys. Hey. Yeah, yeah, I just pinged your signal off the satellite, and look, there was a big old distinct radio broadcast, and what did I find? There you are. Ha. You are without a doubt the luckiest son of a bitch alive.
He's the only one. He's an
He's an idiot. He's like, how are you alive? Okay, number one.
I have to say, Larry Norville is actually one of my favorite characters in all of Tremors. All of Tremors.
I like him, but he's an idiot.
But I got this question for you. Hold on. I got this question for you. If you were in the Tremors universe, I want you to look me straight in the eye and tell me you wouldn't do exactly what Larry Norville does. Because we all would.
The damn opposite. I would be like, okay, what the fuck is this planet?
Nope. Nope. You're all excited to meet your heroes. Nope.
If I saw my friend get evaporated by acid, I'm staying still. I'm not moving.
But Larry hadn't seen anyone get evaporated. Nope.
When they're on the rocks and he taps it with the thing, I'll be like this. I'll be cheating that motherfucker. I'll be like, stay poking it. Hey, can you give me?
Yeah.
Give me.
But in terms of story, Larry didn't see anyone get acided, so he's just living his life in the moment. That you can't use that.
Did we know that there was something wrong with a plant that could spit acid though?
No.
If he knew that beforehand.
Nope, he didn't.
Cautious.
No, he didn't.
Well,
Nope.
I think the way he was running, I think the acid. No, he was running the opposite way, so where if you weren't this way,
though.
No, he was running through it.
They sense vibrations. That's what's funny. sense
the
vibration.
action if you see a
When they
big
dug it out,
round
they-
plant-looking thing in the middle of a field, don't go near it. Like, why would you
Hell
do
no.
something?
He didn't see it.
It's like
I
the
mean,
farmer-
we got plants today that does this shit.
Actually,
there's a,
see that- and-
there's a plant now.
He didn't see it though.
That wraps around goats. And don't tell me that reminds you of fucking Tremors right there.
It does. But he didn't see it. All of the roots were underground. They hadn't found the big bulbous one yet. He didn't see it. He was just running across the field. Not a care in the world. Just saying, man.
I know.
But if you think about it, he ran right past that big part, the main part of the plant.
No,
And
that,
you couldn't
well,
tell
that's-
me if
no,
you
no.
walked by something like that.
no.
You were like, that looks weird. It looks pretty dangerous.
They actually
I'm
hadn't-
not gonna go near it.
They actually hadn't found it yet. They had to. They did their fan
I'm
out.
the kind of person
They had
that's
their-
like,
their
I'm not
walking
gonna fuck
sticks.
around and find out. That's what I'm not those people. I don't fuck around and find out.
Yeah,
If I'm being chased by a damn shrieker, I'm running like a motherfucker. I'm not sticking around to find out. If I was that guy who was running downstairs, I would run. I would literally jump to the top part. I would actually come a freaking pole and wait until that fucking
I would go in
leaves.
my garage and
What's
start
funny,
starting up my
if you're-
chainsaw, bro.
But they found out they can't sense you if you're above.
for the
it.
YouTube people,
What's funny,
you
the
should go
weak
to
spot is
TikTok.
and when they're closed,
This is
they cannot
insane.
sense you. But when they open up, you're fucking screwed. That's why people's like,
No, but here's
well, it's
the thing,
funny, the
though.
one in the cage, it knows it's there, but it closes and then goes back to its normal stature. Like,
Ooh, I don't know, because right now I'm at a scene where the guy just sprayed himself with
I was-
the
I-
cold
yep.
stuff from the fire stuff.
I knew that.
And
the fire
he's
stand.
walking right past him, and they can't see him because he's cold. But as soon
Well,
as
it's
it
that
starts to
CO2.
melt, they're able to see his body heat. So you gotta think about it. If it can see your body heat, you're screwed unless you have a heat blanket or you spray yourself with a fire hose. Like, see here, look.
Oh, I know exactly. I can see it in my mind.
I know what you're talking about. I've seen that. Well, the reason why they saw him is because they were putting off a lot of heat when they screamed. So basically, the whole freaking garage was heated up. So basically, it didn't really work good enough. Because if they would have stayed longer, yeah. See, if he would have stayed still for too long, he would have been dead.
So
Yeah, he would have been screwed. But see, look right here. See, the one looks directly at him. Doesn't see him at all.
so here's a
The one
funny.
in the box is cracking me up. Like, I'm laughing at the one in the box. He's like, no, that one right there sees him.
No, it doesn't because he's cold. It couldn't see him at all. He was that
Okay,
close.
but
Couldn't see
watch
his
when
body.
he gets too close. Watch when he gets close to the truck. And
But here's the thing: when he was getting to the truck, the stuff that he had on him was melting off. That's
Yeah,
why
because
they
they
were
were-
able to see him
they
because he
were-
was starting to melt. See, watch his pants. His stuff starts falling
I know, I
off,
saw it.
So
and that's the only reason why they're able to see him.
I gotta interject here and point out something hilarious. So this wouldn't actually work anyway. That's not how CO2 works. And in fact, several.
Well, I know, but,
se-
like, I
no,
know
no,
it
no, no.
doesn't work like that. It
No,
doesn't just
there's
cover
a-
you like that.
So several fans actually pointed this out. There's a Stampede Entertainment facts and questions site that you can go to, and fans have been submitting questions for the last like 20 years, and
Yeah.
Steve answers them.
I
and
gotta
somebody-
figure that out
some-
on my own. I'm like,
And somebody
I'm pretty sure that's not how that works.
No,
I
and
don't think it's see right here. Like,
it's
see,
and so somebody pointed this out, and it was like, okay, that's fair. So they actually do a thing in Tremors 3 where the guy tries to CO2 himself and it doesn't work.
but it didn't work.
And that's a reference to how this actually wouldn't have worked. So that's where I'm saying the whole like these new movies, you have to there's a referential thing that you have to do. You're always making fun of what you did before, seeing what you did before, twisting and turning it. And for Steve and the team to go like, oh yeah, okay, you're right. I guess that wouldn't have worked. Then to put into 3, oh, a guy used that and then it didn't work that's a great hilarious moment of actual like, ha, clever. It's clever shit. Like that's good writing,
Well,
folks.
they get smarter. That's what's funny. You fool them one time, but they get smarter each time.
Oh, that has nothing to do with the
Here's
fooling.
thing, I think I had a reason why it worked in the second movie. It's because if you think about it, it's an old warehouse, and it probably wasn't a very old, like, CO2 fire hydrant, right? But in the newer days, in Tremors 3, it's more modern day, where they changed the product.
Oh.
Where it doesn't stick to you. So that's my theory about it. Like, maybe they updated
the formula.
CO2 tank.
Yeah.
So it doesn't make you cold, but it just covers you in that foam.
Yeah.
And it doesn't help at all.
I actually like that theory. That's a good theory.
I felt bad for the two people that in the van. Remember when they were trying to close the damn van?
Oh. I feel bad for Otto. I don't feel bad for that bitch, man. She fucking got people killed, bro.
Well, I feel bad for the guy. He was just following the order. I mean, I feel bad, but the guy should have lived. The one behind her should have lived, but the woman, I hated her. Like, who would goddamn use just speakers that
Jurassic Park? It's similar to Jurassic Park, but they wanted to weaponize them in a way.
Yeah, like Bert said in the Cold Day in Hell, he says, "Graboids don't make good pets," and he blows it up. Like, I mean, it makes no sense. Like, and they cage them. Like, what's that? And they use a freaking plastic cage, and they
hey,
broke
Trey.
out.
You switched.
And you're
Hey, Trey.
screwed.
Cool. Sorry, someone just switched from the YouTube to the TikTok. I'm running like 3 different things right now, so don't mind me. My head's all over the place.
Yeah, okay. Don't worry, I noticed that. I noticed you looking from one screen to the other, and I'm like, he's probably really focused on a lot of stuff.
Yep. I got technically the YouTube live is over here too. I got questions and stuff over here.
Oh, wow.
And then I got my regular camera in case this all fails. And then I have a fail safe over here, so that way I've got the recording. And then I've got the mic up here with this to make sure that I got you guys sounding board right. And then because all this ends up on the podcast, I got to do a whole edit of all this jazz and make sure it sounds good.
Yeah, when you were talking about 412, like, I felt bad for Blanco. I was like, he was trying his best to help out, even though he wanted to eat the people too. I was like,
you gotta think about it. He didn't get hurt. He just had a vomit.
he made his match.
It is true, Trey.
I mean, 412, his cross had a
Very
chemical
true.
similar to what skunk.
Listen to my other episodes.
That's the reason why it sped it up.
Technically, when you ate him, he tasted nasty as hell, so he just puked him back up and went on his merry way. Pretty much.
I felt bad for the horse, but the guy, the Indian guy's horse, I felt bad. I'm like,
Oh yeah.
that horse should have. Yeah, 412 is a menace. And I thought about
Again, I don't blame him. I blame Bert.
Sees him coming at him full speed.
And what's fun is, what's worse is you create a monster that can see through the freaking wall.
Like Superman. Yeah.
What's nothing wrong with taking a good idea from a comic book?
Nothing harm than taking a few things from a comic book.
You literally, again, if you want a quote, you should just wait for me to do it. God, we all 3 just did it, guys. Jesus Christ.
Oh, I remember when he's like on the front movie, he's like, this particular died out 1,000,000 years ago. You know the Piranha movie where he's like, he pulls like, I'm so shocked how you've managed to find one alive. Like,
I need to watch Piranha, I think.
I love Piranha. I mean, that one had more bloody content than Tremors combined. I mean, I kind of felt bad that Tremors didn't get that much gore in it then.
But you gotta think about it. If you think about in some of the Tremors movies, there is some minor gore, but it's not heavy because they didn't want it to like traumatize people. If you think about it, because they didn't want it to be like a full-blown horror movie. They wanted
it to traumatize me more in the first movie.
Well, it does, but
when the lady got sucked down, that's what traumatized me. I'm like, oh shit. I was like,
but Gojira.
I was only 6 when I saw that movie.
But Gojira is right, actually.
The way they pulled that damn car into the ground scared the living hell out of me.
Yeah, it did, but you have to look at things subjectively, all right? That those things are scary, but there's a level of like they're not trying to traumatize you. you're doing a very real movie, so those kinds of things have to happen. But the gore and the super horror isn't there. Like I see people all the time that are like, "We need an R-rated Tremors," and I'm like, I think that Tremors is beautiful in that PG-13 sweet spot of trying to figure out how to do that stuff because then all of those movies are PG-13, but they're still scary. And that's like it's not about gore; it's meant to scare you.
Yeah.
It's like it's not over scary, you know.
Yeah.
Remember Jeff from the one who got eaten? I felt bad for him. The crunching noise scared me too.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my god, he's literally losing his legs.
Yeah, that's what I mean. But you're not like, it's not overtly in your face trying to like, look at me, we're Freddy and we're fucking slashing and everything, guts going everywhere. It does a real good.
Think about it. Like, there's levels to gore. Okay, so you got very little like blood. Then you got like people getting their limbs ripped off. But then you got ones like Piranha where people get ripped into pieces all over the place. There's blood everywhere. But Tremors is like minor. It's not too heavy, but it's like enough to get you like, oh, that's not good. You know, it's kind of like that.
It's mental gore. One of the
So they got, they went. It got more gurier. The like in the fourth and fifth movie because
in the fifth, sixth. That's what we're trying to tell you here is that that's the fifth and sixth. That's then seventh. That's Universal not knowing how to actually make a Tremors movie, and that's where Tremors is this Stampede Entertainment team knowing they're trying to make family friendly horror. Like, and that's a very very narrow road to walk down. And in fact, 4 does what I think is one of the most horrifying, gory, scary concepts of all, but you don't see anything. And it's when that guy gets hit by the mini G's, the little graboids, and one of them grabs his arm, one of them grabs another arm, and one of them grabs a leg and then takes him down, and you just see him go down. But when you think about it, you're thinking, well, oh my God, that guy just got ripped apart underground. His arm went one way, his other arm went another way, and then his leg he got ripped apart under the ground. And then even like Megan in the first one, when the car gets sucked down, she's still in the car. The graboid reached in and grabbed her and pulled her out. She might have been slowly breathing and drowning to death or whatever. It hurt her and it reached through the windows and grabbed her and killed her anyway. And you don't see it.
The reason why they hurt her is because her dumb self knocked over the radio and it
But no. You don't get to call you don't get to call her dumb because she did not know the rules. She was just reacting to a situation.
She didn't know that it hunts by sound.
Nope. You don't get to call her dumb for that. That's not fair at all. And that's where and then
what about the guy who got eaten? He's the one that says way to fuck around to find out.
well, still there's
Jeff was the one that
there's a level of like that guy was dumb. But
I think she was smart enough to know to hide somewhere, but I think she would have been safer on the brick house that was being built.
Nope.
Being in the car.
That was they didn't even no they it wasn't brick.
If you think about it, you look back at that house that they were building. It had a wooden floor.
Yeah.
That thing could have came through the wooden floor.
They didn't and listen to the specific line. We can't do it to the cinder blocks are in. They have to go get the cinder blocks for their foundation. There is no foundation on their house. It is just wood.
You could just knock it over.
Boom, nothing.
Exactly.
And that's where people have pointed. They say, well, why didn't they stay at Burt and Heather's? Why didn't they stay in the basement? Well, first of all, it crashed through the basement. So if one can crash through the basement, another's going to be able to just the same, and you're slowly just going to run out of ammo. Let's say that you get up to the roof and you carry all your ammo. There's still graboids, just like they were doing in town, crashing through the basement. They're just going to bring the house right down. They're
a super solid cement. It busted through the sand, but it nearly killed itself. The graboid knocked himself cold.
No. Because
it ran full speed into the brick or cement wall.
And
it killed itself
with rebar.
It was there.
With rebar, and and people point that out. Well, why did the cement wall kill it, but the basement didn't? The cement wall is a cement wall with rebar in it. Burt and Heather's basement is just block. if you're a contractor or a construction worker, which I am, and I know this, that's not as structurally sound. You can push through that. It's like Legos. It's the difference between punching a wall of Legos and punching a board. It's going to be easier to punch the Legos because they're segmented. There's tinier pieces.
Yeah.
So they would have absolutely destroyed Burt and Heather's with no effort at all.
I forgot who was the guy that got stuck on the pole. I forgot his name, but
Edgar.
I think he was by far the smartest, but he should have had at least a gallon of water.
Little turd? Do you mean the little turd Burt
No.
Homer hates?
Edgar. He
No,
means
I'm talking about the guy on the first movie.
Edgar.
Stuck on yeah.
and
I think he's by far the smartest one.
oh yeah.
But he should have had something with him to drink.
But he didn't know he was going to be up there. All of these things you keep saying, well, why didn't they do that? They didn't know. You have to look at it, and the movie does a great job of telling you the rules and showing you the rules. That like, okay, well, that person didn't know the rules. Like that lady, she didn't know that it was attracted to sound. Edgar didn't know that it would wait there all day, all for 3 to 4 days. You know, what kind of creature does that sort of a thing? You know, there's.
Yeah, because if you think about it, they just showed up out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Nobody was ready for it.
Nope.
Nobody knew they existed. Nothing. So it's like they didn't know what was going on at all until they found evidence of it.
And then they could start to react to it.
I was just shocked how they built a sand trap for the bulldozer in the ending part of the movie. That I was like.
They get smarter.
And Kevin Bacon was like, "What are they doing over there?"
They just get smarter, man. Smarter and smarter and smarter.
I just laughed at that part because and I was like, the girl was like, "Gotcha, bitch."
Well, the best part is where the kid was like, "No, man, they're too fast. You can't outrun them. No way!" And then he says, "Melvin, this will change your mind." Gives him a gun, but it's not even loaded.
Oh yeah, he's like,
"Work on me, you asshole!" And he's running, but he tries to shoot. Nothing comes out.
Bert, you asshole! There's no bullets in this thing. Got you moving, didn't it?
I know, that shit was so funny.
I always.
Kevin Bacon, the way he jumped to the left, and that grabber jumped off the cliff. It's like, you fucking sucker. That one made me laugh. Like, and then you literally hear the screams from the worm as it's like he knew he fucked up. This is what Kevin Bacon should have done was the first time. Wait for all three of them to chase him towards the cliff and wait for them to come right and then move to the side. That way you would have killed all three.
If you think about it, if there was 3 left, and one of them, they could have just did this. 2 graboids would have stayed at the rock while one chased that one guy, and if he killed that one, another one would come at him. So it wouldn't work. There would be no way of getting all 3 of them to go through the same wall to make them fall to their death. It's impossible.
It's all.
It's funny that last one was smarter than the rest.
They learn from their mistake.
Yeah. And in fact, Stumpy learned the most because he had already tried to eat their truck and saw what happened. That's him getting his tentacle ripped off made him extra wary of anything those people could do.
He was going for revenge because of what
Yeah.
Yeah.
In essence.
But the workers,
also,
several
if you think
times
about it, too,
I felt bad for the workers, the ones on the road. Like I was like, oh my god, please, they don't deserve to die. Yeah, they didn't believe him,
Also,
but
if you think about it, the part where they're trying to fish with the bombs, after they blew up one, after it ate it, the one with the missing tongue realized that its friend just got blown up by eating this. So that's why it spit it back out at them, because it learned from its other one's mistake.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it's smart.
I got to point out too. Do you know the foreshadow?
I think the original Ass Blaster was my favorite by far. It looked like a cross between a Spinosaurus. The head looked like a Spinosaurus. The design looked really cool. I like the way they did the design on the first. I mean, they kept the heat seeking from the Shrieker, but they made it flying. And every time I hear ass blasting, I just laughed my ass off because oh look, it's an ass blaster.
Did you know that that name was created?
Shit rockets.
Did you know that that name was created as a way of kind of punishing the MPAA for making them take out all the swearing in the first movie? So Brent Maddock came up with a name that is taxonomically called an ass blaster. So children everywhere now get to say ass blaster with impunity because, hey, mom, it's a technical name. Like I'm just, repeating the movie.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go, you guys. You
Oh.
have a good day, all of you. Okay.
Good. Thanks for coming, Gojira. I'd love to have you back on anytime I'm here. Hop on by, buddy.
All right, you too. You guys have a good day.
Will do. And I'm glad I could make your day with that news about the series, Trey Bowen, because that's actually we're so close to that happening right now. I'm really, really fairly certain that there's a lot of stuff happening behind the scenes. Actually, like I've said, Steve and I have been emailing. He just emailed me a bunch, and I've been saving up this one email that I have where I'm like, so hold on. I have all these dots and pieces. You're doing something, aren't you? I know you guys are doing something because he's let on more than he knows.
See, when you were talking about the one where they were sitting, the truck got stuck. They fell into a ditch, and then the grab bar that was on land was making that noise. What were you thinking if you were in that position and that one was making all that noise? I mean,
I'd be like Earl.
hearing that noise scared the hell out of me.
Honestly, I'd be like Earl. That's just I don't want to be in that situation like him. It's where Tremors 2 is my favorite, and I really relate to Earl as a character. Larry Norville and then Earl Bassett is my second favorite character because he does a great job with the graboid PTSD. He's been through it before. It's horrifying, and he's just like, I don't want to be here anymore. Get me the fuck out. This is bad. This is bad, 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 bad. No, 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 no. And yeah, to be stuck there.
I mean, like the guy that you love, the one that he's the same guy that you saw when he was running. He's like, I was like, why would you go up there and slap the damn thing on the side and make it more uncomfortable? Like
again,
he's giving you a warning. Like I don't want to be messed with. Like leave me the fuck alone.
But that's Grady's character is he hasn't really faced the adversity yet of having to watch people get eaten in front of him. So to him it's kind of a game. And there's a great switch up where the first half of Tremors 2, Grady is totally happy-go-lucky and Earl is terrified. But then the minute that like Grady sees the arms hanging off the truck, Grady becomes scared now. And Grady is like, I don't know what the fuck is going on. And he becomes like this frantic little dog. And Earl goes into hero mode. And he's like, I know what to do. So Grady is only reacting based off the knowledge that he's safe. Like he's seeing things. He thinks he's safe. They know what they're doing. They're prepared. And oh my god, they should announce the new series as the Nike commercial with them running through the desert. Actually, it's a Reebok commercial. You know that Reebok commercial with you two running through the desert? So very cool.
Yeah.
You like that, huh? No, I'm reading comments as we go here, Gothra. So I got.
Did you like part where he's like he leaves the radio on the ground? He's like, I'm sorry, I forgot. It's like, really?
Actually, my favorite joke in all of the Tremors movies, every single one, and the TV show, is actually a 1, 2, 3, and it starts with that, and it's so the radio gets eaten, and then a couple scenes later, you got Grady being like, "Vision, Earl, vision is what separates the average from the," and then you hear the radio, and then even better. The song playing on the radio is the same song they used in the montage, and you hear the words, the lyrics specifically. I see TROUBLE. It's a comin' for me. As it then rears its ugly head and tries to eat him. And so it's literally like the radio gets eaten. Grady's talking about.
He hears that after he goes down and grabs his umbrella and is like, "Wait, I know this song."
No, that's what I mean. And then it's because it's he's literally it's a meta joke because what separates the average from the and you're supposed to finish it. You shouldn't have the rest. What separates the average from everybody else is a joke that starts over here and then ends over here and is this great big circle in between, which is radio goes down, Grady talks about having vision, and then the radio comes back with trouble.
Yeah. If that was me instead of the other one, I'd be like, fuck this shit, I'm out, and I'm back on the rock. I'm like, fuck that shit.
Then why are you in it at all? If you're gonna run away, why are you in it at all?
No, because you gotta understand, they have a 12-foot tongue. They have a 12-foot tongue. That tongue is 12 feet long. If it can reach 12 feet, you have to be at least 13 feet.
It's not. It's a 6-foot tongue.
They can't reach you.
It's got a 6-foot tongue. It does not have a 12-foot tongue. It has a 6-foot tongue.
Maybe that's the other one.
No, well,
I don't want. They actually. What's funny? They took the inspiration with the tongues from a snake and a hagfish. Cut the barbels. If you look at a hagfish, that's where they got the little barbels from. Yeah.
okay, I believe that. Like, that's where I was saying a lot of graboid anatomy is pulled from the natural world as a way of making it look like that. That's where I hate the rule of cool. It's because it doesn't make sense. Graboids are about making sense.
What's scary is the tongue noises. I like. Okay, this makes the worm noise is scary enough, but then you hear the freaking. I'm like, oh hell no. The tongue, the whole damn thing makes noise. Like, fuck that.
Which is worse, the tongue biting you or the tongue wrapping itself around you? The tongue wrapping itself around you.
Yeah. If it bites me, I'm like, dude, like if it grabs me, rip my arms off. Don't be fuck around trying to suck me up. Just tear me apart. I'd rather die fast than die slowly.
Real question, do you believe they can actually exist? Well, all right.
Actually, it's proven. Actually, they actually did survive during the Prehistoric times.
Well,
but they only found a few fossils of it.
So this is my if you want to get real conspiratorial about it. I mean, it's definitely possible. I don't know. There's a what I love about the series and what it does with everything is that there's a level of like, well, they go through a hatching cycle. You know, they go through about a 300-year hibernation as eggs, and then they hatch. It could very well be that we haven't seen one yet. I don't fucking know. I can't prove that for sure. You know, you go back 300 years in time, we don't have records of shit. You know, it was the Wild Wild West, and even that's what they do with the Wild Wild West episode. They hide it as a secret. So, you know, if you have little pockets of like, maybe you just don't know about
a type of graboid. It's called the Mongolian death worm, and it's actually people have found lost clips of a worm actually grabbing a human. There's a guy. If you watch lost video of Mongolian death worm, this guy who's on a four-wheeler. His buddy and his friend was filming, and the guy actually got sharked in the leg.
Yeah.
He's paralyzed. The guy was out looking for his head. He hears a roar. He gets down 5 feet down in the ground. He's gone. His buddy now, who's holding the thing, is saying, if you don't see me, I may be dead. And after that, he gets pulled down under. So the worm, there is a worm in Mongolia that is killing.
I'm gonna go with what the TikTok graboid said. There's actually a worm called the bobbit worm that lives in the deep oceans, and it was actually partial inspiration for the design of the graboids, that it can reach up and grab you, and they're actually known to get to about 3 foot to 6 foot long. They're long, you know, they're about this wide or whatever, but they're still.
They can get about 1 foot wide, but they actually can reach up to 15 feet.
Yeah, and so, you know, there's a level of like, yeah, that exists, that's there. I always like to point out that there was a time on our planet where we had a bunch of oxygen, and we had gigantic insects. Insects were able to grow to monstrous size and be everywhere.
Yeah,
and bloodworms. Oh my God, TikTok graboid, fucking bloodworms. Bloodworms are horrifying. If you've never watched a bloodworm devour prey, it's so scary. They're smaller. They're about 3 foot with about an inch in diameter. And like
We have a few species of worms that do that. The
No, that
worm has fangs itself too. So.
that's where if you let me go here, the bloodworm, it literally has copper fangs that come out, and it will literally encapsulate and its prey, put them in like a sack, and then slowly drag it back inside of its body. And there's another species of the bloodworm that shoots out this like white proboscis that is kind of like a net, and via that then it grabs like a spider does, where it grabs things and holds it and then slowly brings it back in. So there's these different animals.
The velvet worm? You're talking about the velvet worm, right? The way it shoots the
Yeah.
concrete like webbing.
Yeah.
But there's also a worm. There's actually a giant earthworm eating leech that feeds primarily on worms, and it basically grabs the head of the worm and sucks it up,
Yeah.
strangling it as it's eating.
That's what we're talking about. That's what I mean. Like, that's exactly. So yeah, I in the same vein of, so there's the coelacanth, which we thought used to be extinct, and then we discovered it in the 50s. Maybe there are graboids out there that we just haven't really discovered. I know for a fact that like Steve and team didn't like know some secret that we don't know about giant worms or whatever. That doesn't mean that they couldn't have accidentally stumbled onto a horrifying truth. Ooh, spooky.
If they were real, I wouldn't be living. I would be like, nope, I'm done. I'm done with Earth. I'm moving on.
I'm
I
out.
don't want Tremors alive. Hell no.
I'm out.
We got enough problem with war. We don't need to be dealing with worms. Especially when they're 30 feet long. Hell no.
I'm out.
Huh?
No, I'm just like, no, me too. I don't know. That's just, nope, I'm out.
Yeah, see, me and you agree. Like, I don't want to deal with worms. We got enough fun with war. Something else to worry about.
They is hardcore.
I mean, yeah, they're bulletproof to the point. I mean, if it takes an elephant gun to kill one graboid, a tank would basically be useless for a graboid. Like, really? Because all of the graboids gotta do is dig a 50-foot trench, and that tank is basically useless. And with those powerful jaws, I think it could probably rip the turret right off. And graboids, that's the reason why they came out. I think they took, I think I know where they take it from. So Snorlax, the Snorlax, they took the top part from Snorlax and made it the beak. That's because the beak has the same.
What?
You don't know who Snorlax is?
I do. I just disagree with that idea that they took that. That's not at all, but that's fine.
No, if you look at the back part of the head, it has the same dome shape like the Snorlax beak. And then they actually just changed the beak to look jagged.
Nope.
But I think if they
Nope.
make a movie, they should add wings to it, like a flying graboid. Now that'd be some scare the shit.
That's just an ass blaster. Again, you need a shrieking grab blaster, folks. Yeah, no, this is my legitimate idea, man.
Looks like a giant, scary version of a bobbit worm. I think you literally just took the idea from a bobbit worm and made it even 5 times scarier.
And your point. And your point would.
Killer bobbit worm.
And your point would be what? Like.
So you just made it terrifying.
That's a graboid anyway. No, this is a shrieker, a graboid, and an ass blaster all combined. That's the point, man. These turn into webbed wings like an ass blaster has, but then it can also walk on land with them too. And then this is like a rattler's rattle. It doesn't really like help propel, but it shoots fire anyway. And then I gotta get rid of a tongue.
If the beak wasn't so like I mean, it's scary with the tongue, but it'd be cool if it had like the beak of a sea turtle. You know if you look at a sea turtle, the leatherback sea turtle, you see all the papillae in the back of the throat.
That
would have made this graboid 5 times scarier.
That is exactly what they used.
It made it more scary.
That's
pull out,
that is exactly what they used. You do know? No. I mean, like,
but they only did it.
No, they did it. They did all of what you just said is in a graboid. Look at the interior of a graboid's mouth along with the exterior. It's exactly that. Like, I'm not fucking with you. Like, I mean, like, they do that with the sea turtle. Like, the same thing as it, because they use snapping turtles.
They added eyes. Like you were saying, like, you know how on Starship Trooper they had 6 eyes? Like, that would have made the graboid 5 times scarier.
Why would it have eyes?
More.
Why would it have eyes? It's a creature that hunts only by vibrations. Why would it have eyes?
No, this trigger has heat seeking.
I do have a Tremors Underground account. Holy shit. 1 second. What? Wait. Are you on the Tremors Underground, Trey Bowen? Because holy shit, I didn't think anybody else was using that. There's Gothra, there's a Tremors Underground forum account, a forum that's been going for like the last 10 or 15 years. And it's still rolling. Holy shit. I've never seen anybody else in the wild. Oh my god. That's dope. I will look for you, Trey Bowen. Huh. I've seen the Tremor Saga post in there, but I've never posted anything. So I will have to be like, hey, let's get up and meet up. Actually, did you know there's a Tremors Discord? That's always the one that I point out. If you go to the link on this TikTok's page on their profile and click the link tree, there's a link to a Discord where everything that you're asking to is stored. Like everything that you could fucking want to know about Tremors. You too, Gothra. If you want to know everything that there is to know about Tremors, when you're done, click off of here, go to this TikTok profile, the Tremors Saga's TikTok profile, and click that link. Yeah. The link tree at the Tremors Saga. Every fucking thing that you need, man. Every single thing. It's got the Kevin Bacon Tremors pilot. It's got Tremors 2 with Reba and Kevin Bacon in it. It's got the original Tremors 5 in it. It's got John Melville's Seeking Perfection book. It's got the guy who created Burt Gummer Day, Baby Fark McGee's Imgur profile. It's got the TikTok graboid on it. There's 2 podcasts for Tremors. There's mine, Talking Tremors, and then there's another podcast for Tremors, Podcasting to Perfection. It's got the Tremors Ouroboros script, which is what they're working on for the TV show. It's got my Tremors Far Field movie. It's got Steve Wilson's website. It's got the Stampede Entertainment website. You can even go to the Stampede Entertainment website right now and ask Steve Wilson questions, and he'll answer them. He literally, his last answered question was February 26th. So he's still answering questions even today. Go fucking...
Do you remember Burt Gummer's favorite word, saying? Mine, the one I always hear him say all the time is, eat two spoons of concrete and harden the hell up. That's my favorite saying that he always says. When someone acts like a wuss in the movie, he says, take 2 spoons of concrete and harden the hell up. And they shut up after that.
See, now, like, he's only said that once. And
he literally had balls.
He's only said that...
Burt Gummer's got balls. Say stuff like that.
He's only said that once in Tremors 6: A Cold Day in Hell. If you're gonna say what's that thing that Burt Gummer says the most that you like, there's only one. Just do what you can with what you got. I know it's not flashy.
I think the third one, he says, I am completely out of ammo.
No, that's the second one.
To me before. He always says that.
No,
Every time he runs, he brings all his weapons, and then he brings only enough to fight wherever he's trying to fight. And then he says it like twice.
He's actually never said it besides that one time. What you're thinking of is that he says, I feel I was denied critical need to know information in 2, and then in 5 he says, why does the critical need to know information never get to Burt Gummer? But then also in 4, there's a flip around on it where his grandpa says, well, I feel I was not privy to critical, most needful information.
I love. I just love. He just makes my day. That's the reason why I like Burr. I mean, not Burr Gummer. He's the reason why I watch Tremors.
Reminds
That
you of your
dude
dad?
can find so many ways of killing Graboid. It's not even funny.
You're right, Lord of her grilled cheese.
I mean,
Only once.
like his favorite way of killing it. He uses his he has a bunch of RC tanks that he uses to kill Graboids. He has. And one of them I kind of wish he didn't use. He used the Abram, the RC Abram, to take on one of the Graboids. Like, no, not the Abram. But he packed a freaking gun that went through a freaking concrete and destroyed the only vehicle to escape from. I was like, Burr's like, how would I know? I didn't know.
In fact, he should have known because that's rule 4 of gun safety. Know your target and what's behind it. So he should have known. And that's
Well,
what.
at least he knew. Like, at least he knew it was a big bang.
But that's not
'Cause
important.
The truck,
Not as
the
important.
truck, he said,
Not as
no, it's funny,
important.
he said,
Nope. Not as important, man. Like, it's not. Like, if you end up killing your only ride out of there, it don't matter how cool your gun is. Not as important. Just not.
yeah. I think he packed a little bit too much explosive because he had C4, TNT, and some other stuff that made
Nitro. Yeah,
he
TNT,
literally blew
C4,
that whole
nitro, high
garage,
explosive,
and
low explosive.
all the fossils that could have proven that Graboids do exist. Now they're gone. Basically, he blew up the girl's years of research on Graboids.
Oh, it wasn't years of research on graboids. It was actually only like a month or two of research because they had only just discovered that graboids were at the refinery within the last 2 months. So it was really once that happened, then she's a geologist on site, so she's gonna be looking at different fossils. It's core samples. That wasn't even meant to be a graboid fossil. She was looking at a core sample that they pull up for oil drilling, and it just happened to have a graboid fossil in it. So in all actuality, the thing that you do is that she probably knew where that core sample was like extracted from. You just go back out to that site again, try to dig a couple more core samples. $20 is that you'll find another fossil of a graboid. That's the science of it.
Yeah.
I'm sticking to it.
Which scene in the movie scared you so bad?
The scariest scene in all of the movies to me is when the guy Jim gets sucked underground and you watch him get sucked underground. It's just that one lives rent free in here because it's the actor does a great job with it, and then it's another example of the practical effects just really shining and just like you are there watching them struggle. She gets the board breaks. He's halfway under and his face and he's getting sand in his face and everything and he's gone. And it's just that fucking horrifying.
I feel bad. I mean, he should have known.
And thank you, Lord of her grilled cheese. I would hope so too.
After that thing shot up that piece that it sucked out, he should have known, like, oh god, there's something in the ground. We gotta go. If they would have gotten in the car, drove off, they would have made it out there before the graboid had sucked him into the trap. Because the graboid was digging a trap before the guy walked over to the hole where it was.
Again,
really?
We know this because we're watching a movie and we know what's going to happen. They don't. It's not a stupid decision. And like he even does try, like they do start to get out of there as soon as they pull up the cord and there's nothing there. They start turning around and she's pulling him. He's just kind of going a little slower because he doesn't think it's an immediate threat. As he said, there's mines in the area. Something could have caved in. He's not thinking there's a giant underground monster. Just like, yeah, curiosity killed the cat. And it really once it shoots it up and blah, then they're like, okay, we need to like go. And he's even like, well, it's like what remember when we were in Yellowstone and maybe it's a geyser, they stink like that. He's thinking it's a natural phenomenon. He has zero reason to think, oh my god, this thing's gonna fucking kill me, I gotta get out of here. Like it's not. I can't blame him, and it's still horrifying when he dies.
Yeah, I just. But did he actually die in the lot? Is he still alive? I'm just trying to figure out where is Jim now.
Oh,
If
he got swallowed whole. He got swallowed whole. Digested slowly. That's what we were saying earlier about like Tremors doesn't do in your face gore. It's about the things you're thinking about later. Like, man, yeah, that guy just got swallowed whole in the belly of a graboid. He's just digesting slowly, horribly. And yeah, thank you, by the way, Lord of Grilled Cheese. I hope your work and your ambition eventually come to contribute to this franchise. It's deserved. I just want this franchise to get what it's deserved. It's clearly, look at Gothra like loving it as much as I am, and like Gojira when they were in here. We're all people are huge, 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 huge fans of Tremors, and it deserves to be treated with respect. The people that made Tremors are huge, huge fans of Tremors, and they deserve to have their baby back. Like, there's no reason that they shouldn't be able to make more Tremors. And Gothra, again, that's where I would recommend to you whenever this is done.
Oh, follow him. Follow TikTok Graboid. I'm following him. He actually does the actual videos of the actual Graboids.
No, I know. I fucking know, man. TikTok Graboid and I are really good friends. They've actually been on this podcast twice. There's actually 2 episodes of my podcast where the TikTok Graboid has been on.
Ask him if you want to join. I mean, shoot.
Yeah. Oh, he was here earlier, but yeah, TikTok, if you want to jump in, man. He knows. He was actually in here talking earlier. But yeah, the whole reason that there's the Tremor saga on TikTok is because they saw TikTok Graboid and did it. And then I found out about it through there and was like, okay, like shit, man, this guy's been like going great. And it's not just memes. You do great videos too, man. Like I have to admit, like they're really good. They can make me laugh every time. And yeah, TikTok, like it goes without saying, TikTok Graboid is a hero of TikTok. Like
I think I've seen almost all of the first series of the Tremors shows. I was waiting. I kind of wish they kept on making the episodes more.
We're going
like
to
the second season.
That's what we're trying to do. That's the whole point of all this podcast. I would recommend Gothra. I'm uploading this to YouTube, so if you want to go back later and watch the beginning of this, and you'll get a whole explanation of everything that we were talking about. You missed quite a lot. And there's a whole thing happening here with the Restore the Tremor Saga with Stampede Entertainment. We're bringing the original creators back, and we're going to make a TV show, and we're going to be able to go in the past, in the present, in the future, different countries. We'll follow ancestors of the characters you love. We're going to go everywhere, absolutely everywhere, and finish off what we're looking at is maybe 4 seasons. We don't want it to run on forever, but it's looking, because we got to have our beginning and we got to have our end, and it's just looking to be good 4 seasons of content.
Sounds of Silence would be by far my favorite one. Yes, it was more scary than 4, but it showed how powerful these creatures are. I was inside his tractor. Even though the tractor had soundproof glass, it was not enough to keep him safe from these things. He died from exposure to eardrum explosion. Like the frequency it made, Mach 2 sounds it made ruptured both his ear, and he bled through his ear, and that's how he died. Yeah. The other guy, he didn't make it enough until the guy was surrounded.
Like in The Mummy, he got all scarabed.
And then seeing the pasture full of dead cows, it was like Burt Gummer. I mean, not Burt Gummer. The guy.
Tyler Reed.
He's the one that created his own park.
Tyler Reed.
He's the one who's like.
Tyler Reed.
He's like. See, he's like.
Tyler Reed.
What the hell is going on? Like, they first ate everything. They first ate everything. Like, they ate the girl woman towels, and then she's like, and then they go. But she says after they get their fill of warm blood, after they get their fill of wood, they work on warm-blooded animals.
Yeah.
Like,
Again,
that's what scares the mind.
it's you're I know Sounds of Silence is actually my wife's favorite episode. It's actually one of my favorite episodes of the series because I love it because there's no Bert in it, and yet we still have this town still working together. The Turcadi are absolutely terrifying. It's a great use of the Mixmaster creation. And it's a good story too. Watching Larry like come into his own as the hero and actually help things with his pop culture references. Like Sounds of Silence is one of my favorite. Twitchell gets a bit of a like redemptiveness to him. Like I do like Sounds of Silence is dope. I'm just laughing that you're literally explaining everything I know. That's why I kind of want you to just keep going on.
Can you imagine the noise from the Turcadites mixed with graboid sound?
Oh yeah.
Tell me that will not give you nightmares.
Well, so here's another thing, and I haven't talked about this yet, but the real reason, as far as I've understood it and actually worked and processed this on, is that the real reason that Universal stole Tremors from Stampede Entertainment is because of Mixmaster. Do you know what the highest grossing franchise of all time is? It's Pokemon. Pokemon is billions and billions and billions and billions of dollars. You have Mixmaster, which is this creation that can turn any kind of monster into another kind of monster and switch, and you can make hundreds of thousands of different horror monsters. All like it doesn't matter. Just fucking create shit. And Universal saw this as an idea and they went, there's our bread, there's our money winner. We can make the Pokemon of horror movies. We can literally go like we can churn out all this merch. There's a new monster every single week and churn out all of this merchandise and make millions and billions of dollars off of it. And so the only way that they could really get that is they have to kick Stampede Entertainment out for good and let their merchandise ability lapse. And then once that does, and honestly, it's once Stampede Entertainment dies, then Universal can come in and just make all kinds of money off of the Mixmaster creation. You can have cactus horses. You can have squid fish. You can have dogs and cat dogs. You know, literally all of these things that are Pokemon in a sense, but they belong to a horror franchise that you can then do what they keep saying. We can slap Tremors on an empty box and sell it. They brag about it in a horrifying way. And so that's what Universal is trying to do and wait out the clock until Stampede dies so they can take Mixmaster and make a Pokemon level of money. Fucking Pokemon level of money. Insane.
Oh, they actually did Yu-Gi-Oh! There's a Yu-Gi-Oh! Card. I think it's a limited edition where they have graboids in it now.
Oh, yeah? That's cool.
And that's what they actually do with any monster from sci-fi movies. Like
That's what I mean, man.
They got Godzilla. They're actually going to try to implement Godzilla into Pokemon now.
That's what I mean. Like they just want the money from that to sell merch and do merch.
It's saying about Tremor. What is the worst sci-fi movie you ever seen? Mine is Sharknado and and Piranaconda.
The Fantastic Four reboot.
Oh God.
Because honestly,
watch all four movies of Sharknado, and you'll be like, what the hell am I even watching?
oh,
No
but they know their shit. They know their shit. But the Fantastic Four reboot movie is a pretty good movie for the first half. But then there's this time jump that says like 1 year later, and the entire fucking script goes shit. And it shits everything that was happening before, makes you so like this is just dumb, insulting to your intelligence. And it becomes incredibly clear that this was only made by a studio. A studio came in and hacked it up, reshot a bunch of things, and it then becomes a terrible movie. So my vote for worst sci-fi movie of all time is the Fantastic Four reboot. because it could have been something good. It had something good in that first half, but then the studio was like, we don't want you to stick the landing because the landing makes us feel weird, and then just butchered it and made it horrible and awful. And I'm even saying that
I
after
like the reboot of Critters. I hated that movie. After they made it. You remember Critters, the movie, with those flesh and
oh
flesh?
fucking course I know
hated that movie
Critters.
so much.
I know Critters. Come on, come on. I know Critters.
No, they rebooted to way they made it worse than the original. Yeah, I didn't really care for Critters. It get like the first movie, when the original movie where the Easter Bunny is trying to escape, and then all you see the critters attacking him. Like, I thought they were like killer. At first, I thought they were like killer hamsters. At first, when I was little, I was only 4 when I saw it.
I know, but they're great. I love Critters. I can't hate Critters, man. Not gonna hate them. It's a good franchise.
The reboot of Jumanji. I like the original movie of Jumanji. It made more sense in the
I don't know. I don't know if I like it more. It does a good job, but original Jumanji is another like, it's Chef's Kiss masterclass. I'm not gonna hate on it.
Yeah. Well, and then yeah, with the plant, the killer plant that grabs it in the Jumanji movie.
Yep.
That was an original.
Did you know that the people that made all of those in Jumanji are the same people that made the Graboids? That's Tom Woodruff Jr. and Alec Gillis again.
Yeah.
No, not yet. Yeah, that they did.
What would happen if the guy who made Starship Troopers decided to make a Tremors movie based off of Starship Troopers? What would you do?
I would watch it. As far as I'm concerned, they exist in the same universe, actually.
Yeah.
Made by the same people. Phil Tippett Jr., Tom Woodruff, Alec Gillis.
They're so gory. I mean, like, God. No survivors at all. Like, with alien insect intelligence is a lot worse than Tremors intelligence.
You're right, TikTok Graboid. Jeff Goldblum Fly is the fucking best, man. That's some horror. That's a different type of fucking horror, man.
Like, those warrior bugs from that movie was relentless. It didn't just kill the guy, it ripped him to the point where one chest went that way, leg went the other way. It's like, God damn.
Don't mind me, I'm messing around. I'll probably be signing off here soon. I'm just looking at things.
Yeah. Fly movie.
Oh shit. Ah, damn it. Ah. Sorry, dude. I hope you're still there. Anybody else got any questions? Comments? Concerns? I was really trying my best there. Forgive me. Yeah. Any like? Okay, where was I? Hold on. Somebody said something, and I just. Yeah. Again, thank you, Lord of her grilled cheese. I appreciate you. Yeah. Okay. Well, Lord of her grilled cheese. Like, what's up? Tell me your thoughts. You've been watching. Actually, you've been here the whole fucking time. Give me something. What do you got? You don't have to physically speak out loud. I'm very good at interacting, and I'll even read your shit out loud. I mean, yeah. What do you got? I'm in. I'll give it a minute. If you got to smoke a bowl, take a drink, masturbate, whatever, it's cool. I'm Tyler B, double E, here with all your graboid fighting knowledge. I know what you're thinking. I look a lot like Captain Jack Sawyer. Not shit. Captain Jack Sawyer. He's not Captain. He's just Jack. Desert Jack Sawyer. Yeah, but he's not. So who's here? I don't even know who's here right now. Nobody. Did everybody leave? Am I all alone? I'm all alone. Where have my wish hurt you? You hold me around. Believe in the sun alone. Hold on. Let me. We're gonna try something. Let's end it. Okay. Go. I'm gonna end it and come back. Oh, okay. Stay here, Lord of her grilled cheese. Stay here. Okay. I'm gonna end it and come back. I'm gonna try something. All right. Give me 30 seconds. Okay. Okay, everybody. We're gonna do this. Good. Um. Lots of comments. Submit. Okay. Hold on. So we're gonna go here. Let's go live again. Let's go live again. Because I think if I go live again, I think it might bump me a little bit. We'll see. Because last time I did it, now it's telling everybody I did it. So let's see here. Because we get up, boom, 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 boom. I don't mind if we make this a fucking 4 hour. I'll do it. I'll fucking do it, man. I've been warning people, and I've been like, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do a 4 hour live, and fucking let's do it, man. Let's do it. 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 Let's do it again. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it again. Again. Everybody knows jumping around, doing lots of things because the graboids are ground. You let it and do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it again. Let's do it. Let's do it. Do it again. I'll do it. I do it. Here we go. In and out. Doing things that crack, crack, crack. Lots and stuff. Pop, pop, pop. I'm a Nikki. I'll make words with my mouth. Do you make words with your mouth? I make words with my mouth. And yeah, we'll do it again. Let's do it. Let's do it again. Let's do it again. I want you to. So we're talking about the Tremors now. Here's all the Tremors now. Oh my God! Yo! Who are you people? Yo, love everyone. We're gonna talk some Tremors now. With everyone, the Tremors now. Hot, hot with the Tremors. Hot, hot, hot with the Tremors. Hot, 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 hot with the Tremors. I'm at a Korean party right now for the YouTube live people. I don't like look it. It's a Korean party. I don't know if you can see it, but like, hello. I don't know what's up. Ever watch Tremors? Okay, except now we fight. Cha! Cha cha! Cha! I don't know. Let's watch some Tremors. Let's get it up in Tremors. The Tremor. Where are you guys at? Any English? Any English? Yo, Koreo. Pump it. I do. Oh my God. Yes. Oh. Jusha. Hello. We are fighting graboids in Korea.
Bunch of girls in here.
Okay, I see this. Are any of you watching Tremors? There's a giant worm movie.
Do you like the music?
Hold on, let me
Too loud in
listen.
here. Do you like the music?
It's all right. It's all right.
It's alright.
It's all right.
It's Nepali music. It's too loud in here.
Yeah. Do you like Tremors?
Vibe. Vibe.
Vibin'. We vibin'.
Hi. How are you, my friend?
Hello.
Hair. The tree. The tree. I like your gloves. I like your mustache.
Thank you.
You are so funny. That's your friend? Oh my god. I like it. I like your hair. I like your hair.
Oh, thank you. I'm dancing at a Korean party.
This is Nepali music, okay? Nepali
I feel like
vibe, vibe.
I'm Swedish chef. Smorky morky mork smork. Smorky mork mork jerk jerk. Dorky morky smorky. Norbish. Shorgy morky snorky. Okay, I am so confused right now, but I love it. Yes, Lord of her grilled cheese. Help me here, Lord of her grilled cheese. I don't know what to do. Cha, 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 cha. Ayo, hey, yo. Okay, this has been the best part. We should have been doing this earlier. Yeah, man. Whoa.
Vibe, vibe. Dance. Oh, I like. Oh, what's your name? What's your name?
I am Levi Dylan Burzloff-Lutt. Hello.
The tree? The tree? I don't know. I can't see your full name.
Oh, I'm not the Tremors saga. We're here for
Tremors.
the worm movies. The giant worm movies with Kevin Bacon. Did you never watch them? There's worm movies. There's some worms. Listen, guys, you can't dance. If you keep dancing, the worms are going to get you. They're coming. They're coming for you. You're making the vibrations. You got to get out. That whole party is one long smorgasbord. You have got to get out. I am Kevin Bacon in the Footloose.
The Tremor. Vibe, vibe. You gotta vibe with us.
I'm trying to vibe. Macarena. Okay, hold on. Encourage. Hey, Trey.
It's our
Apparently.
New Year's party. It's our New Year's party.
Oh, New Year's party. Happy New Year.
Thank you.
Dope.
Like, about a week ago,
Oh, yeah?
the party's still on.
That's good. It's a long time to party. I'm in. Vibe with us, Trey and grilled cheese. Oh, I lost. Oh. Darn it.
Nice game, nice game.
I didn't know we were playing. I don't know how to play. Oh, shit.
Nice game.
Good game.
Oh my god, Mama Sherry.
Go. Hello.
Long time no see, long time.
I've never seen you. What?
What's up, friends? Is here.
Okay. Have you watched the giant worm movies with Kevin Bacon? Anybody? Anybody? I know Lord of Grilled Cheese. This is hilarious.
The Tremor, how do you like our music?
It's all right. You know what? Yeah. I'm in.
Alright, we're gonna end the live now.
Okay. Be well, guys. Love you too. Mwah. What the fuck was that? Okay, that was what I was waiting for the whole time. So, okay, how do we do this? Let's see. Um, let's see. I gotta pick one. Let's see. Businessman gaming. Let's see if that works. Or fly high shade. Daily life. You know it. Microgreens. Okay, let's see. If any of you in the comments know how to help me with this, let's please help me with this. This is, like I said, I will do a 4 hour. Oh, I thought it was like you got one. Damn it. I would love one with English people. Bing chillin' VR. JBE clan. Okay, come on. Whoa! Person!
Oh, what's the?
Yo! What's up?
Parker, use the better. Oh, you added someone? Yeah.
Hello? Are you there hunting graboids?
I'm here, bro. I don't.
Do you know about the subterranean menace known as graboids?
What? Is that him talking? Yeah.
You don't? You don't know about... Oh, there's giant underground worms out there. And they're going to eat you up.
Oh, really?
Yes, they're called graboids. Have you never watched the documentary series Tremors?
You sound like Joe Biden.
Oh, jeez. No, see, Joe Biden is more of a, hey, people, so we're gonna, the fiscal of the conservative, we have got to open up the borders and our lives and our minds and our hearts. That's my Joe Biden. Wow, I scared them off. They were terrified, so they ran away. Okay, let's do this. Okay, who else? We're all about my fur kids. Oh,
Dang.
hello.
Good.
Thank you. Have you heard about the underground menace known as graboids?
Have I heard of what?
Graboids.
Graveloids.
Yes, giant worms. They're coming to eat you.
No, they can eat my ass.
They will. They will. Like, if you make any noise, any sound, any vibration, graboids will eat your ass in a heartbeat. So don't fart.
Oh, I've been farting all day.
Oh, shit. Oh, no. Uh-oh.
I'm farting.
Uh-oh. Well, let's go. Gonna have to.
Bang.
Yeah, let's go. Let's roll.
I
You-
need help.
Have you ever seen the documentary series Tremors?
No. Are you being serious right now? Or are you just fucking
No.
with me?
Yeah, Tremors. No?
No, I've never heard of it.
Really?
What's it on? What's a movie?
It's about this guy named Kevin Bacon, who's like a handyman out in the desert, and he's got a friend named Earl. And they just want to leave town, but then they leave it one damn day too late, because giant worms attack.
Giant worms attack. We're getting them wormies.
Is it from? Yeah, where are you from?
I am from America. I live in Makokata, Iowa, USA.
Makokana.
Oh, don't try to. Oh my God, it's Maquoketa. Yeah, good. Just don't. I live in Iowa. That's easier.
Iowa?
Iowa. Where do you live?
Oh, do you like it out there?
Actually, yeah, I do. I've lived here for like 30 years. I really do love it here.
Good.
Yeah.
I'm from Indiana.
Oh.
Balls don't come out here.
Now listen. Now graboids, they can travel anywhere there's soft alluvial soil. Now, do you have any loose dirt or ground around you?
Well, I'm gonna to put them next door to the kids.
Oh no.
We're in a hotel room and these kids are fucking knocking and shit.
Well,
Some worms eat their ass.
you go outside, you get yourself a bell, and you just clang that motherfucker right on the ground as loud as you can. And then when the graboids come, the kids will still be making noise. You just go quiet,
Yeah,
and the graboids will eat them.
I'll do that.
Sharp.
He's
Sharp.
Hey, can I ask you a serious question? What's going on with your sea lamp?
Oh. So I've written on it over the years.
Oh,
Hold on.
can
Let
you
me.
put my name down there?
Yeah, what's your name?
Put M Dog. M Dog. EMDAWG.
M. Okay, hold on. Let me write that down. 1 second. 1 second, M Dog. I got a pen here.
My name written on his wall. That's
Yeah.
true love.
What was it again?
It's EMDAWG.
Okay.
He's licking his lips too.
M Dog.
He's like, hell yeah.
Oh, I'm married, so good luck with that one. But yeah, M Dog. Here, I'll even show you. I think. Can you see that?
Here? Where is she?
She's downstairs.
Nice. Sick.
She's actually she's been popping in and out of the live because she finds it hilarious that I do this. So you're in the middle of a
Join us.
what? Shit. Honestly, I don't. Is she in this? I don't think she's in this one.
What's your wife's name?
Caitlin Marie Lutt Burzloff, actually.
Caitlin, get your ass in here.
Caitlin, you're apparently supposed to get on the TikTok.
Yeah, Caitlin. Come on.
She's watching House of the Dragon, so she might not have heard me. We'll see. If she pops up, I'll say something. Yeah.
She's like the worm. She just pops out of nowhere.
But no, seriously,
We only got one viewer right now.
you've
How
never.
many viewers you got on your end?
I have 3.
3?
Yep.
I only got 1.
That's what it is. I don't know. I'm doing this all. I run a Tremors podcast called Talking Tremors, and I'm literally trying to convince strangers to watch the Tremors movies. So that's where. Hello. So yeah,
Hello.
you've never watched Tremors.
I have not. Have you? Harry, have you seen it? Tremors? Carrie's seen it. I have not.
Oh, dude, Carrie, you gotta tell M Dog to watch Tremors, man.
M-Dog watched Tremors.
Yeah,
I'll have to.
it's
Is it on Netflix?
it's on Tubi right now.
Tubi.
Tubi, Tubi.
It's on
Tubu.
Hulu, apparently.
It might be. Honestly, I don't know. I'm not. I have my DVDs and stuff of it, so I don't know where it's streaming at and shit. So, but Tremors.
I stayed at a house in LA, and it was next door to Kevin Bacon.
Oh shit! So you really know Tremors? Exactly. No.
I don't know Tremors, or I know Kevin Bacon.
Oh. So you're 1 degree away from Kevin Bacon. Look at that. Booyah.
Yeah.
Same here. I know Kevin Bacon too. So.
Is he your best friend?
We talk.
Would you jerk him off?
No.
What if he's like, I'll give you $20,000 if you touch my dick?
See, what's funny is that Kevin Bacon's kind of poor, so I wouldn't trust him to give me $20,000. Like that would have to be an
Says $100.
upfront kind of situation, like just as a point of fact. And weirdly enough, out of all the people in Tremors, Kevin Bacon's not the hottest. It's definitely Fred Ward, and Fred Ward is dead. So
No, well,
Tell me where we went today.
yeah. Where'd you go?
Which one? We went to a lot of places. We went to
The Christmas Story house.
Oh yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it was really cool.
So are you
Cool.
on vacation in Indiana or?
Yeah, no, we're in
We're in
Ohio,
Cleveland, Ohio right now.
Oh, okay.
but we live in Indiana.
Oh, okay. Ohio seems like a terrible place to be vacationing to right now.
Why is that?
The trains. It's right outside our window.
The trains.
Are you?
Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, right?
What's going on with the trains?
Corey,
Train crash,
teacher.
derailment and the chemicals in the air. We're probably gonna die tomorrow.
Yep.
For real.
Then what the fuck are we doing here?
That was my question.
We're like 80 miles from it.
You thought
What the fuck? When
You-
did this train thing happen?
about a month ago.
No, well, it was nice knowing you.
Don't drink any of the water in the hotel. I'm not bottled.
We brushed our teeth.
Oh. Bye. You are dead now.
How do we know if we're gonna die? Like, what are the symptoms?
Cancer of the everything. No, it's not. I wish I was joking. It's like I am, but it's still like, oh no, yeah,
No, it's really bad. And they
yeah.
transported some of the stuff to Indiana. Like, it's really bad.
Yeah.
Well, that's probably why when we woke up this morning, we were all stuffy and froggy.
Yes. I wish I was joking.
God. And we got zero. How many people is watching you? Because we only got 0.
Honestly, I think 3. This account technically has like 12,000 followers, so I should have way more, but it's 3.
I have 2,500.
See?
Nobody cares to watch us.
Boo. I actually had to stop and restart to get more people, but then they all disappeared again. So.
Yeah, that's how we've been doing. Oh.
Just as a trick. Ta-da!
Whoa. How do we get people to come to our live?
Honestly, I was pressing buttons. Like, because there's the host button.
Yeah.
I was pressing. Hold on, let me. All right, I press that now, and then invite different hosts. That's how I found you guys.
Invite your friends that follow you. Is anyone else live?
I don't think you have to be friends. I think you can just find people.
Hosts. See any dudes? Right there.
I was gonna say, I've actually been finding mostly non-American people. I had a Ukrainian and a Korean. I was at a Korean party just about 5 minutes ago. That was really kind of fun and weird.
Hey.
Whoa!
How's it going?
Hey!
Hey, what's up? What are you drinking?
Got apples?
I like to watch Tremors. Yeah, put your shit back on, bitch.
Hey, I got a better mustache than you. Mine's real.
Well, have you watched Tremors, you son of a bitch?
Yes. How about your shot later?
You drinking a Coors? Coors is for boors. Have you watched Tremors?
Well, I can't hear shit, man.
What? It's your music.
You get pulled up by a Sixer.
Oh, jeez.
So,
Have you watched Tremors?
where are you guys from?
Iowa.
Dude, I used to go to Carmel all the time.
Nice.
I got elevator twice in Carmel, Indiana.
What? So, question of the night. Have you watched Tremors?
Tremors? Oh, fuck yeah.
Yes!
Tremors is my shit.
Yeah!
Somebody said Anthony.
Let's go.
Hey, fuck off.
Let's go hunt some worms.
Ow! Fuck! Almost spit my goddamn beard.
Do you got the critical need to know information?
I can hear ya.
Well, you broke into the wrong goddamn TikTok, didn't you, you bastard?
Again, next time I live it. Hold on, since they're from Indiana, you should give them a culture shock. What it is.
What?
Yeah, hey, you're from Indiana? This is what we get. Idaho. Look at this. This is this morning. I don't know if I can take this on, but.
Oh, shit.
I'm from Idaho.
Idaho.
Oh, whoa.
Got some good potatoes.
I guess so. We export onions.
Idaho, Idaho. Smoke up, man.
0 followers. How many people are following you guys or watching you guys?
Ow! 11?
Oh, hey. We got a winner.
We got 0.
Booms. Booms.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm bored.
Yeah.
Well, you should watch Tremors. Find Tremors.
Is that an Xbox controller?
It's on Tubi.
Is that an Xbox controller?
Yeah, I'm playing Spotify on my goddamn
Shit.
car.
Why do you have an Xbox?
I don't want a TV. I don't want an Xbox. I don't
station.
See, I'll bet you differ, ma'am.
There he goes again. Now he's naked.
I like this hat better. I like this hat.
You need a real cowboy hat.
Hey, fuck you, man. I'm fighting underground worms over here. What are you doing?
Oh, I do?
Yeah.
Cowboy?
Well, you look like a skater boy, cowboy.
Hey, cheers.
Cheers. Cheers to you too. Where's the cheers button?
Is that ramen noodles?
It is coffee in a carnival cup.
Hey, who's it?
What's up?
Whoa.
Where are you from?
I'm from Ohio.
Whoa.
Where?
They're in Ohio.
Right now.
Yeah.
Where about in Ohio? I'm from Idaho. So don't worry, I'm from Idaho. So
Every time
I'm
a
from
person joins, he puts his glasses.
I'm from the Miami Valley,
I don't know where that is. We're on vacation.
Dayton area,
What?
Dayton, Ohio area. That's where I'm at.
How have you been affected by the train spill? Sorry.
This is a weird group of people on here right now.
Have you watched Tremors, sir?
No.
Oh, you don't know about the documentary series that takes place with underground giant fucking worms?
All right, Kentucky, I'll see you, buddy.
Oh. Oh, man. You better watch out. They're coming for you. I can't protect you in Ohio.
I was just talking about my kid or my son's condition he has.
Oh, no. What condition is that? What condition is your condition in?
Welcome in, welcome in.
Those bitches is nice knowing you.
We lost a person. It's a staring contest, but I have sunglasses.
Moto chick. Oh no.
Oh, no.
Alright, y'all, I'm gonna jump around.
Be well. I hope your kid gets better. I don't think he can hear me. Oh. Hello. What condition is your kid in? I care.
Do what?
You said you were talking about your kid's condition. I was wondering how things are going.
So he has a condition called caudal regression syndrome. It's like in the spina bifida family, but it's not. His spine stopped growing at his belly button. So like he has his legs there, but he can't feel nothing down there in his legs, or not. And he also does not have a sphincter muscle.
Oh.
So he's always constantly going to the bathroom, so he's got to wear diapers 24/7. So.
Oh, damn.
So if you go to my profile, look at the same when my profile comes up, you look at the second video in. That shows my son at the playground. Go check it out. Let me know how you like it.
Oh, I will do that.
Yes, man.
Yeah. Thank you for the information. I hope things go better on that front. It's a lot to deal with. I said thank you for the information. I hope things go better for you on that front. Like that's
Not a problem.
good on you, good dad, man.
Yeah, he's just built differently. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I'm blessed to be his dad. So he is in a wheelchair, and he's getting ready to turn 4 years old. Thank you. I appreciate that. But he's getting ready to turn 4 years old. So go check it out, man. Let me know.
I will do that. I followed you just because.
All right, man. I got you back.
Yeah. All love to you, bro.
See you.
See you then, dude. Oh. Mhm. Like I said, watch Tremors too, but honestly, what you're dealing with, way worse.
Right. It's all good, brother.
No, no, I'm just laughing. You actually came in with something heavy. I'm here just to get people to watch the movie Tremors. So if you need a laugh, watch Tremors. Funny movie about giant underground worms.
My girls forever. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you, Miami Mike. Thank you, Sherry. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Oh, you're getting comments I can't see, so that's what that is. Okay.
Yeah. I'm sorry, bud. I'm sorry.
Oh no. Honestly, I'm absolutely fascinated and interested. So don't worry about me, man. Boom boom. Oh,
Yeah, we go. No.
and let that cry out too, man. I can see you on the verge of tears. Let that cry out. I feel you, man.
Right.
I know how that goes. Not mentally, but not actually dealing with you're dealing. Like, damn, dude.
It's all good.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be all good. It's how you deal with it. That's actually the credos of Tremors. You do what you can with what you got.
Bounce around, somebody.
Bounce around, bro. You're all good, man.
Peace.
Wow. But that is the credos of Tremors. Just do what you can with what you've got. Wow. Is there anybody else out there? Anybody? Anybody at all? I thought so. We're going to end on that because that was kind of beautiful. That was heavy. I like that. I like that. Thank you to everybody, all of the people that have been in the stream, all the people outside of the stream. I've been getting notifications. Just thank you to Gojira and Gothra Godzilla for being here. It was hilarious when we were all like trying to talk over each other. Thank you, TikTok Graboid. Love having you on, man. Um, Lord of Grilled Cheese, Lord of Her Grilled Cheese, you've been a delight, absolute delight. And Trey Bowen on both of them here, just showing up out of different places. Um, and Bread, I don't know who Bread is, but very cool. And thank you to my usual thank yous, everybody. Thank you to the Tremor Saga people for letting me run on their TikToks and their YouTubes. Heavily appreciated. Weird, but appreciated. Thank you to all the great people in my life. My dad, my mom, my sister, and Shonday, Chantrell, Samaje, Shamar, and Sahil. And yeah, grilled cheese, you're still here. Thanks. Thank you. I enjoyed your company too. It did. You gave me quite a few good laughs there when things were weird. And honestly, I love that we're gonna end on that guy because that's a good soul cleanse. I'm just like, man, things are hard, and they only get harder. Just live what you can, do what you can with what you got. Wow. And again, always thanks to Stampede Entertainment, Steve S. Wilson, Brent Maddock, Nancy Roberts, and Ron Underwood. Fuck you, Glenn Maddock. Fuck you, Glenn Maddock. Thank you, Michael Gross. There's a Tremors Film Fest coming up, April 28th through the 30th. Check that out. There's a great episode of a podcast I just listened to, the Fan to Fan podcast with Josh Pruitt. Give that a listen. It's a Tremors episode. That's why. But they specifically shouted out the Tremor Saga people and stuff, which was really cool. And wow, yeah, my heart's really fucking heavy now. Jesus Christ. So thank you, Lord of her grilled cheese, for being here and seeing that. And yeah, I'm not even gonna end on. I'm just gonna be me as I end here. Whew, that was nuts. That was fucking wild. Huh. Wow. Oh, you've been nodding off listening to me? That's kind of good. I don't know. That's cute that you've had me on this long and you're just nodding off, sleeping occasionally. I like to think that my voice is some kind of a comfort. I try to. I have enough of a theatrical experience that you'd think that I know what to do when it comes to this. But man, that last one just fucking. I'm gonna have to check that video out. Um, you should too. Oh, thank you, Surgical Bullet. This is only my second time doing this on TikTok. Usually I do it on YouTube. Um, and yeah, one of the guests was interesting. That I'm not gonna be be mean to Gothra. I could tell that there was just a lot of enthusiasm there, and they really wanted to talk about Tremors, and they hadn't gotten to talk about Tremors like that with anybody. That's where it was like I did couldn't help but sit back and laugh. Not really laughing at them, but just laughing at the situation of someone explaining to me what happened in Tremors. It's just funny. Like, did I know? Did I know? Did I know? I had no idea. But I had every idea. And that's where, again, if you want to listen to more of this, that's what I should really like wind down. Um, the Talking Tremors podcast is on Spotify. It's on Anchor. Technically, it's on all of the platforms. Just look up Talking Tremors. And then there's video episodes of this on YouTube. The Tremor Saga people actually puts it um, puts it up for me. And yes, the best part of the lives was seeing you get Trem's brain. It was funny for me. Like I was really just having to like, okay, no, I didn't know that, but I did. You don't want to you don't want to shoot him down. That's why the only time I really did that was with I gotta say the tentacles thing, because it's like, no, they're shit, and they were supposed to be mini graboids, and it's dumb that they weren't. Everything else, you go ahead and yeah, I could start from the first movie and literally quote all the way through to 7, all of it, just all of it. It's in here. That was enjoyable. That was fun. And yeah, I thank you. Thank you for being here, Surgical Bullet. Thank you for being here, Lord of Grilled Cheese. Thank you for being here, Trey Bowen. Thank you for being here, Random Animations 25. I'm so sorry. Like I can't remember those names sometimes like that. Thank you, TikTok Graboid. And oh, again, this is where like I wanted to lead. We get a shrieking grab blaster. Shrieking grab blaster would be the coolest mix mastered monster possible. I'm trying to do like 3 different camera angles. It's glaring off of one over there, so wouldn't it be cool? And TV show, and it's coming. We're working. Me and the Stampede team, we're working. We're making something. Again, that's where listen to other episodes of the podcast, and you'll hear everything that you need to know about this. I have explained it a lot, although there's some things that I still need to explain that I can never get out. How can you explain a shrieker and an ass blaster? A shrieker reproduces, and and an ass blaster lays eggs. And one walks, one flies, one has fire that comes out of its ass, the other doesn't. Um, think of think of shriekers as the leaves on a tree, and the ass blasters the seed, and then the graboid is the tree itself. And they go around and round. Oh, what does the shrieker have that an AB doesn't, that allows a blend? Oh, honestly, the walking. but like, or the ability to reproduce. They don't fly, they glide like Rocky the. Oh my God, that was a nice Tremors the series reference, like Rocky the Flying Squirrel. Rocky the Flying Squirrel. No, Tyler Reed. Ah, oh, nice. Thank you, Trey. I'm glad someone was paying attention in Burt Gummer's survival class. Um, honestly, this this one would it the thing that would separate it is that it can also do the reproduce thing where it can eat enough and then blah blah, and then even more so, you would have it be able to lay eggs too. Like the shrieking grab blaster can reproduce by eating enough, and it can also lay the eggs that you need to make more graboids, which more shrieking grab blasters actually, because that would be what it makes the chicken and the egg situation. And that's the thank you for correcting me so I could figure that out. And yeah, any last questions? Oh yeah, yeah. Oh no, that's where it's like that would be fucking so scary, and just like oh man, I would because while it's and see the thing about it is that this picture makes it look big. I think it would be smaller. I think it would be more Velociraptor size is my idea of it. It wouldn't be huge, but it's still big. So that way it could have the swarm capability while still being big enough to swallow you itself whole. Um, that's my like theory on that. If I were to, because that's what I was trying to tell Gothra, and where it's like we don't do rule of cool and Tremors. We do natural biology, something that makes sense, that works in the real world, because that's what's cool. That's what's cool. Science is fucking cool, man. Like don't knock science. Science is awesome, and the more fun you can have with science, the better. In my mind, that's where one of the things I love to point out about Tremors 2 is that Steve Wilson went into it in mind of like, okay, so we have a sequel. People expect us to go bigger and have like a queen graboid. What if we have little smaller graboids that burst out of it? And then this concept that they came up with of a butterfly metamorphosing, a caterpillar metamorphosing into a butterfly, and just like oh shit, that there's a real world idea that you then use to like okay, here's why a bunch of little ones come out of it. um very it's so grounded, so cool. And yeah, definitely go back and watch this podcast from the beginning. Since January 17th of last year is when I first started this, and I have been through hell and back. Fucking roller coaster ride all the way through, baby. But you're king. And honestly, this is where I don't. If I'm gonna sell myself, which I don't really like to do, it is funny. I do try to be very funny, uh, while informative. That's my main. If you've ever watched the kill counts, the dead meat kill counts with Zoran Gavojik, that's kind of what I shoot for. Where it's like, uh, it's fun and informative. Oh my god, you did? Oh, Trey Bowen said that he listened to my reading of the original Tremors 2 script. It was a lot of fun. What could have been? Oh my god, thanks, dude. Oh, it means a lot. Thank you. I laugh because of that coffee incident that happened about halfway through. Like every time I was just on an interview, I just did an interview, and the two guys that did it were like, "Yeah, we actually," they had stumbled onto that separately, like at separate times for each other, and they both were like, "Yeah, like we had seen the script, but it was like, why would we read the script when we can just watch you do it instead?" And it was really enjoyable. We love you, like uh, doing the damn it, Earl. Well, listen, kid. Like I love doing the Val and Earl back and forth, and they enjoyed it too. So that means so much that you liked listening to it. I really appreciate that. And then the coffee spill that happened in the middle, and I had to then do what I can with what I got. That is why there's now a full lid on the coffee cup. I am like Bert, and I messed up, and now I come prepared to make sure that the coffee doesn't spill. So if you see me drinking out of this, it's because of the Tremors 2 episode. Oh, not you were actually reading it and remember hearing you had it. So, listening while at work. I That's where I don't mind these podcast episodes being like 2.5 hours long. We're almost at 3.5 hours, which is the longest one I've ever done. Because I imagine people are listening at work. That's where I listen to my podcasts is at work, and you're just chilling. I hope, I hope, as I'm being funny and informative, there's a story that I am telling that we get to an arc of at the end, which is one last question: when will we be blessed with the next iteration of Tremors? Ah, you know what? I smell toast. I hope that's not a computer frying. I'm sorry, that was weird. Uh, I hope that it's in 2025 because that's when this whole rights conversation that we're having really finally ends, and I think that that's the reason that we're seeing a lot of this build up and trying to like. I'm not having a heart attack, surgical bullet. Don't. I'm good. Uh, oh no, Caitlin's making toast. That's what that is. She's totally making toast downstairs. And yes, the next iteration of. Oh no, you didn't grilled cheese. You smelled toast because you're made of grilled cheese. That's why. Duh. But the next iteration of Tremors, I do think within 2 years, that would be my pie in the sky, I guess. And actually, from what I know, and I'm gonna find out more. Like I said, I got to email Steve. I have like he was talking kind of strange to me last time, and I was like, I got a question for you. Is you doing stuff that you don't want to tell me? Because I know you when you're doing weird shit. I know the guy who created Tremors, and like I can tell when he's like trying to hide something because he can't really hide anything from me. I'm always telling him things that he's like, "Oh, you weren't supposed to know that." And I'm like, "Yeah, but I knew it. So what's up, Pikachu, bitch?" Um, and yeah, to that point too. If you're watching this, I always gotta say, go to Steve Wilson's YouTube page, Real Deal Productions. He just uploaded another behind the scenes video of bursting Bert's basement. He says wall. I say basement. Bursting Bert's basement. Where they're finally like the Tremors, the Lost Tapes is finally up to the part where we get to see Bert in his basement and stuff. It's very very cool. Um, highly recommend Tremors and the Lost Tapes. And oh, you got nice. You got Beneath Perfection downloaded too. Oh, dude, that's a I learned from my mistakes with Tremors 2, The Lost Monsters, and man, Beneath Perfection, that reading is fucking solid. Solid like Iraq. Like, boom, I nailed that fucker. And even more so, actually, I have the Kevin Bacon Tremors pilot script. So if you want to listen to that one too, that's another one I nailed because I knew actually it was the first one I did, and I knew how important it was, and I read it and I read it and I read it, and I came into it. I fucking nailed that son of a bitch. So if you want to know what the Kevin Bacon Tremors pilot was like, again, all these episodes, go back and listen to. Yeah. Oh yeah, please do. And yeah, next iteration 2025. I'm hoping. Uh, I'm really hoping Brent Maddock is all right. And up to that point, Beneath Perfection is the original name for Tremors. It's like, and that was the name that they wanted, but then Universal was like, we there was a bunch of earthquakes that happened in Japan, and we want to sell better to Japan, so we should call it Tremors instead. And I wish that that was me mocking somebody, and that was an exaggeration, but that is exactly what happened. Exactly what happened. And so they took the name Beneath Perfection out. Like in the when you're watching the Lost Tapes, they actually have footage of like they have Beneath Perfection jackets. That was their rap jacket. Is these Beneath Perfection denim jackets that say Beneath Perfection. And yeah, I agree. Perfectionist is a great name for Tremors fans. Uh, I, I go back. I love Perfectionist way more than the Nancy Robert fans from like 10, 15 years ago kind of started calling us Tremmies. So then that kind of started it, and that Nancy Roberts kind of like coined it during a behind the scenes one. And so I sometimes use that, but I love perfectionist as like Tremors fans because real Tremors fans know that it's got to be perfect. And that sometimes perfect is just doing what you can with what you got, but you're still a perfectionist. It's got to be good. It's got to be worthwhile. Otherwise, you're just selling that empty box named Tremors. And that's one line I don't mind repeating all the time because I fucking hate Universal for saying that. We can sell an empty box named Tremors. You can fucking eat a dick. A graboid, a buffet of graboid shaped dicks. Yeah. But yeah, Beneath Perfection was the original name, and it was even on the script. And Lord of Her Grilled Cheese, if you want to want to listen to me, you can even watch it too, because I take hats off it on and stuff, and it's a good time. Watch me read the script. It's Beneath Perfection. It's on the podcast. It's on the YouTube. Check it out. Good times, man. And contrary to popular belief, I'm not even stoned. I'm not even high. I am stone cold sober these days. So it's just me, man. This shit's just fucking me. Besides some coffee, and that's just a little bit. And yeah, you guys, let's any more questions, comments, concerns? I'm gonna wrap it up. I already said thank yous to my people. Listen to Podcasting to Perfection. The YouTube is at the Tremor Saga. If you go to the TikTok, there's these guys have a TikTok link. Shit. The Tremor Sagas has a link on their TikTok profile that says Linktree / the Tremor Saga. Click that. It'll take you to their YouTube page. Or you can just go to YouTube and click in the Tremor Saga. And boom, it'll be right there. It's always that picture of Val and Earl. That's their profile pic that they use. Because it's a great behind the scenes pic of like Fred and Kevin covered in Oreo juice. That's not shit in the sewage scene. That's watered down Oreos, and they're covered in it. And it's this great. They're smiling. It's the coolest fucking thing. But yeah, the Tremor Saga on YouTube. Anywhere you go, anywhere you'll find the Tremor Saga. There's a Facebook group, the Tremor Saga. Don't be on the official Tremors franchise fans page because that's run by Universal. I actually do audio podcast and a video podcast. Actually, I did only audio for the first 2 episodes, and then somebody asked me. No, maybe it was. Oh yeah, it was audio for just the first 2 episodes, and then somebody was like, "Hey, you should upload video," and I was like, "Okay." So ever since then, I've been uploading video too. So you can look up Talking Tremors on Spotify or Anchor. You can go to YouTube, look up the Tremor Saga. They have a playlist of all of my podcast episodes. Of the talk, it just says Talking Tremors, and they're all in order too. And yeah, please check it out. It's a really good time. I have a lot of fun with it. Funny, informative, heartbreaking is really where it ends up being sometimes. They're long episodes. Start from the beginning, and yeah. Or jump around. Whatever the fuck you feel, man. I'm not your mom. Yeah. Other than that, anybody else got any questions? I'll give it 30 seconds there before we really, sign off. Because I do. Just thank everybody. Like I said, listen to Podcasting to Perfection with Brett and Hannah Jeffries. There's some great people. Check out my friends, the Independent Thinking Texans. That's the guy that runs Burt Gummer's Subterranean Meme Stash. That's a good one. Fan to Fan podcast. They just did a Tremors episode. The We Have Issues people, another great one. The Cult of Odd is another great podcast to listen to. Check out Tremors the Lost Tapes. Don't buy Tremors 5, 6, and 7. Buy Tremors the series. Watch Tremors the series. Apparently it's on Tubi. Yeah, I don't know. That's it. So if you guys got nothing, I'm gonna say goodbye. Auf Wiedersehen. Au revoir. So long. Farewell. Auf Wiedersehen. Goodbye. so long, farewell. Auf Wiedersehen, goodbye. You do. I hate to go and say goodbye. Goodbye.